If your car's making a noise you decided is probably fine,
Or your truck's got more warning lights than a Christmas tree.
Yeah, don't ignore that.
The Hunter Valley Mechanical Company.
they handle everything from daily drivers to heavy diesel, boat motors and fleet vehicles.
And they actually fix the issue, not just temporarily silence it.
No confusing jargon.
No messing you around.
Just solid, reliable work that gets you back on the road.
Because turning the radio up to ignore the problem only works for so long.
HVMC, fix it right.
The future me is on it, man. I'm flipping leaves, I'm turning pages. Still can't pick from either either. We have come here to fuck spiders. Down and out and round and back.
G'day and welcome back to another episode of Garage Talk. We've got a bit of a jam-packed episode this time. It's going to be a bit of a different one, hey, Jack?
Very different, bro.
But before we cut into that, we better expel the, the thing we're doing on the weekend, lads. We're doing a bit of a thing.
Bit of an event upcoming.
Yeah, so this Sunday, April 12th, we are heading down to Horizon Performance Parts at Rutherford for their grand opening. They've got bloody prizes, giveaways, merchandise, all that sort of stuff. Mr. Loaded, there's a coffee van, there's going to be music. It's going to be a hoot. So get down there from 9 a.m. on Sunday. We'll catch you there. Now, lads, we should cut into a bit of a weekend thing before we do anything. Let's get back to our casual
What did you do on the
self.
weekend?
On the weekend, I done a bonfire actually.
Did you?
Now, lads, I've got to tell you a bit of a story here that happened at the bonfire. Now, if you live on a farm, you live on a property, we use a certain thing to cover our fence post in. We pour motor
Some
oil.
oil.
Oh, motor oil over
Yeah.
a fence post. That's
I
pretty
think
much
I
what
left
we do.
5 litres there recently.
Yeah. Well, that 5 litres that we left there, we put in a big drum. Now, we had the kids running around. It was a great time. The kids loved it. We loved it. It was a fantastic time. These kids love them to death, but they don't listen these days. We told them, don't go over this side of the yard, don't go there, don't go here. And what do?
Went there.
That's right. Now, one of our friends' kids, lovely kid, well-mannered, didn't listen, walked over there, decided to I think you call it fuck around and find out is what happened.
Faffo, yep.
He stepped knee-deep into motor oil, a whole tub of it, literally
Fuck's
up to
sake.
his fucking knee, and then started screaming. It was the funniest fucking thing. But
Fucking
yeah,
hell.
full-blown fuck around and find out
Yeah,
moment.
that's what happens.
I had to go and put him in the shower.
Yeah.
He was lucky that we still have some clothes at the old house.
I would have left him there.
What about you, Jake? What did you get up to?
Mate, just went to, what did I do? Nothing, actually. It was Easter. So just fucking Easter shit with my little one. Chocolate and that.
Chocolate and that.
Yeah, that was about it.
We had an Easter bonfire. That was our thing.
I just made an Easter egg hunt and she chased him around, mate, and found some eggs and took her a while. She's
Took her a
young.
minute?
She's young. She's
Oh,
like her
yeah.
dad too. She's pretty, special. But God love her. But no, she's she had a hoot. That was about me. Just Easter stuff, man.
What about you,
Tim?
Tino?
Yeah, pretty quiet one. Yeah, had the Easter egg hunt in the morning. They went around chasing eggs half the morning, inside and outside, trying to keep the dogs away from them.
Gotta get the dogs away from them.
Yeah, they were locked in
They
their
like chocolate?
cages. Yep. And apart from that, also did a little bit of a thing with Nate actually.
We did do a little bit of a thing, didn't we, on the weekend? We went on a ghost tour.
Yeah.
We just took our new sponsors out.
We took the new sponsors out for a run, new mechanical sponsors.
Took them to a ghost tour. Get them on their toes nice and early.
Oh, I'll tell you what, it was we'll talk about that next week, I reckon. We'll get into that next week.
We will.
We've got a video we've got from there as well, but
Yeah, cool. Yeah, we'll call it there then. But yeah,
We might,
that was pretty well it.
We might crack into our guests weekend, but first, this week on Garage Talk,
this week in Garage Talk.
we've got a proper old school weapon of the scene on. The bloke's been racing since 1964, back when, there was more guts than rules. He's done about everything you can do in Australian motorsport. Drag, speedway rally, motocross karts, HQ Holdens, improved production. Even did the Bathurst 1000 in a self-run supercar.
Fuck.
So a true privateer in every sense of the word. So buckle up because this is probably going to be pretty loose.
Strap yourselves in.
Now, if you've ever met this guest before,
Yeah.
he is pretty loose.
Yeah. So we've got Richard Mork. Welcome, Richard, to Garage
Mate,
Talk.
welcome.
We might get into his weekend because he just had his, 95th Bathurst start, mate?
Yeah, I didn't do much this weekend.
That's a
Just
Didn't do much.
Just a quiet one, mate.
just
on your
jumped,
95th start.
yeah, jumped on my motorbike, rode up the Bylong Valley Way, as you do.
Beautiful.
It's a good road. It actually, you can't do 200 kilometres an hour on any road, but if you were going to, that'd be a really good road to do it on.
Allegedly, if you were going to, that'd be the
Yeah,
road.
that'd be the road you do it on.
Yeah, of course.
And, then I fronted up at Bathurst and had my 95th meeting there.
That's awesome,
In
mate.
a Mazda 3.
Mazda 3.
Mm.
So what are they, 2.3 litre?
No, this one was 2300. The later ones, the other cars that were there were 2500s.
Is that a turbo?
No.
They're not turbo. They're naturally aspirated.
Yeah, cool.
And two really good friends of mine. Oh Jesus, my brain's had it. Young Cedars, and crikey.
They were good blokes.
No, 16 years old.
Yeah, wow.
First big race meeting, first time at Bathurst, and they won their class.
Holy shit.
What an effort.
Yeah.
Reuben and Ashley Cedars.
Wow.
His dad's the V8 Super Ute champion.
I was going to say, did you used to race with his old boy or something?
Yeah, his grandfather.
His grandfather, right.
Yeah, we done the Sandown 500 and the Bathurst, and my car was that purple one spinning down the track in the rain. They turned it into a Ford Laser. and that was only 2 weeks before Bathurst, and Lester Robards, he's a bloke, he's now passed. He spent all this time at my place and rebuilt the car.
Yeah.
Wow. He used to talk to the car. He's very funny, Liz.
Yeah, right.
So that car of yours, did you build that yourself from start?
Yeah.
Because I've seen you had a few. You had like a V and a VP.
Yeah, just updated it all.
Yeah, okay.
The car actually was VN.
Yep.
And it was Dancar 001. And it used to be Bob Forbes' GIO VN Commodore.
Yep.
There it is.
That was the car.
There it is.
I've been trying to work out for so long. I get real nerdy in the chassis, man.
It wasn't the car. McLeod's bought the car off Gibson's or something. They stripped everything off it. It was just a bare body shell. And I broke that. John Henderson, he used to race the Rainbow Warrior and that in improved production, or club cars back then.
Yeah.
He got it. His father's an accountant. They spent $125,000 on parts, all new parts from Harrop. And they put them in it, and then he wanted to get rid of me. He kept ringing me up, and I said to him, yeah, I'll give you $25K for it. He spent $125 on it. And eventually, he couldn't sell it to anyone. Eventually, I said, get it out of my place, you get $25K. So I bought it for $25K, went to pull everything off it and rebuild it. And I got an old engine off of Bob Tyndall. There's an old Perkins engine that came from Alcare.
Yep.
It was all in pieces. I put it together. My club car at the time was the EA Falcon, which I still have. It had a 4-speed Jericho in it. I used to take the gearbox out of the Ford, put it in the V8 Supercar, and then take it out of the V8 Supercar and run the Falcon with it. So I had one gearbox for the two cars.
That is amazing.
So what's the? Was it a Holden based engine or a Chev based engine?
No, most of them. Larry Perkins had the last real fair dinkum Holden.
Holdens, yeah.
Because what the Holdens, the so-called Holdens have, they have a Chev engine in them.
Yeah.
Like a Ford runs a Ford motor.
Engine, yeah.
They run a Ford diff.
Yeah.
They run a Ford front end, and they run Ford cylinder heads. But later on in the VTs and that, they weren't happy with the way the Chevys were going, so they basically put Ford cylinder heads on them. That was the Aurora motor.
Yep.
They weren't happy with the way the Holdens understeered with the McPherson struts, so they basically put a Ford front end in them. So I used to laugh when I see all these people sponsoring HRT. In 97, 98, 99, HRT never touched their budget. They'd done it all on merchandise.
Wow.
What year did you say that was?
97.
I raced from 97 to 206, and from 97 all through the 90s there, HRT never touched their budget. It was all done with marketing.
Wow, that's
and
incredible.
every idiot was running around with a red jacket.
Because that was really the start of that big boom in the marketing stuff. Huh?
Yes, and the next one to come on was Kmart with Murphy.
Murphy,
And then you take the Kellys.
Yep.
They got Johnny Walker, but Johnny Walker didn't give them money. They gave them the merchandise.
Yeah, right.
And that's what they were doing. You know, like the companies weren't basically, they were just using their brand and selling the merchandise.
Yeah.
I tried it with V8 racing, but unfortunately I just lost all the money.
If look, I think if those shirts were still available, you'd sell a few.
Man.
Yeah.
A few in this room for sure. They look bloody good.
Yeah, the old V8 race.
They look good.
That was a
good shirt.
take on, you might remember, you wouldn't remember, when young blokes were young, they used to have a belt with a big belt buckle with V8 on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, like a brass belt thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And it was a
right.
takeoff of that. That's why I'd done that. And
That's
I put
sick.
all the stupid colours on it. And,
Yeah.
and just
look
made
good.
it.
That's
And I
sick,
didn't
man.
have any sponsors, so I
the
never
way to do
ever had
it.
any sponsors. It was always just me.
Yeah.
You were a genuine privateer.
Yeah, and you know what the sad part is? I've spent more money recently. I got ski disease, unfortunately. You know about that, of course. No. You haven't heard about it? Spent the kids' inheritance. And it's really got me in a bad way.
I'm sorry, mate. That's awful. Oh, yeah. We might start a GoFundMe for Morky at the end of this. We can get him some money to help with his disease.
If he wants to pass more of that money over, we can help him with
We
this.
can go
disease.
A lot of people call it skin disease. Spend the kids' inheritance now.
Oh, that makes more sense.
that's
I
good,
like that.
But at the
Yeah.
end of the day, you can't take it with you.
No,
that's
God,
it,
mate.
mate.
And I never ever had it when I had the V8 Supercar, man. I've done the whole Bathurst. I told Clemenco this. What's her name?
Betty, yeah.
Clemenco. She calls me Mr. 5,000 because I've done the whole of Bathurst for $5,000.
Did you
Yeah,
really?
Yeah,
that's all I spent.
Oh,
$5,000
Holy.
We slept in the truck,
Of
which you
course.
could do back then. And, you know, I ran second-hand tyres, you know, and all that sort of stuff.
Now,
Made it work.
Now, this brings me to a thing. I don't know whether it's myth or it's legend or it is a true fair income story, but word is, we've done a little bit of research here, Morky. You bought a $50 set of tyres and took out first place
In the championship, is that right?
No, Bill Pearson from Gordon Levens, he can back me up on this. I was on racing HQs, and I had
Yep.
some old tyres that were really old, and I looked at the ones that people had thrown out. They had little flat spots in them and that. And I said, well, them four there look all right. Can we fix them? We'll put them on. So we put them on, and I broke the lap record at Oran Park on them.
So they were free tyres, they weren't.
And as far as buying tyres, you're wrong there too, because Bob Tyndall was a good mate of mine. He was with Alcare.
Yeah.
And when I first got my V8 Supercar, they didn't have a controlled tyre. So Bob, like Alcare used to buy tyres all the time.
Yep.
He bought me over Pantech load of tyres and gave them to me. Bobby gave them to me. He's a good bloke. He's now passed, unfortunately.
Oh.
And I used to go through them and say, oh, that one there looks good, put that on the left-hand front. That one there looks good, put it on the right-hand front. I was running in the Shell Series at the time.
Yep.
And you won't believe this, got the tyres for nothing. And back then, like Johnson was running Dunlops, Seaton and HR2 were running Bridgestones, and the tyre companies supplied them. They used to take the tyres back.
Yep.
And Perkins was running Dunlops, and the Dunlop tyres were crap compared to the Bridgestone tyres, you know. But anyway, they used to take them back, so people used to want to turn them into coffee tables and that, you know.
Oh,
so these tyres that I used to get for nothing, I used to sell them out of the back of the garage for $25 each. So I'd get them, run them, seriously, and then sell them for $25. I was really dirty when they bought out the controlled tyre.
Of course.
It really upset me.
Fucked your business
Yeah,
up.
it really. Well, I had to buy 4 new tyres. And
up the
Dave
racing.
Doherty, another bloke in HQ, he put new tyres on his HQ in the next race, and he knocked me off by about 100th of a second, and he still holds the lap record at Oran Park for HQs today.
There you go.
And the very next week, I went to my first ever, it was about 90 or something, 1990s, my first ever race meeting at Sandown. I'd never been there before. And I went there in a HQ, 55 starters or something, or 60 starters, I don't know. And I come second.
Holy shit.
They were all looking at me. They all reckon I was cheating.
Oh, wow. That's incredible.
That's on I've got a video of that on my FaceAche page.
Yep.
If you look at my videos, you'll see a video. And you can see when you go down to Tickford Corner after the kink, you watch, I think Richard Fairland won it, and Bobby Woods was behind me, and you can see me pull away there because I'm on the throttle again.
Yeah.
And you'll see I pull 3 or 4 car links on everyone there every time. Every
Yeah,
lap.
wow.
Yeah, right.
And it was held up. It was a pretty short race, but I did come second.
That's
and
awesome.
they complained about the tyres, the second-hand tyres I had on it. I was 6th on the grid, and I was about to go out. I was about to go out to practice, and one of the scrutineers came over and said, "Them tyres are too low," and they forced me to buy new tyres. I bought 4 brand new tyres, took the understeer out of it, and I put it into second or something, or third on the grid. And I ended up coming second in the race.
We did.
Yeah, Haley was running it. Matthew, I think it's Haley.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, he was running it, his company. It was a good meeting, actually. And the funny thing is, I had Confederate wreckers on the car, which is a Ford wrecker.
Yeah.
And Howard Marsden, who was a good friend of mine, he used to run Moffat and that. He used to give me, when I had the Falcon with a 6-cylinder Ford motor in it, in the club cars, I had 460 horsepower at the motor out of a 6-cylinder. He used to give me billet camshafts and billet crankshafts. He used to just give them to me. And because it was 6-cylinder. And then he was doing that race where I came second. It had Confederate written on it, Ford wreckers. He never even mentioned me.
Really?
Yeah. And everyone was dirty on me because I wouldn't put I wouldn't take the Confederate off my windscreen because he paid me entry fee.
Yeah.
And I put the one that you had to have on there above it. But I argued and I got away with it. I said, nah, that bloke paid my bill to come down here.
On the
Which
windscreen.
he did.
Cool.
And I said, I'm keeping it on there.
Yeah.
And I was the only one out there with, if you ever see the movie, I'm the only one out there without the sticker on the windscreen.
Oh, man.
I reckon that's wrong. You know, you spend a lot of money to go, like the V8 Super Utes, you pay $4,400 entry fee.
Holy
Is that per race?
And half the car's taken up with series sponsors, you know.
Is
like
that per race?
per meeting.
Yeah, we are.
yeah.
Yep.
You got to pay by $3,500 worth of tyres. I'm running at Simmons Plains for my second time.
Yep.
I drive the semi down myself. I take the semi down.
Yeah.
That was part of the deal. I usually charge them to take the semi down. I won't be.
Yep.
So I'm going with Sydney Motorsport, Western Sydney Motorsport. I'll be driving the semi-trailer down, and you've got Brzezinski on there and that, you know.
Yep.
And Woodsy.
awesome.
And
That's
I'll
awesome,
be
mate.
driving Vareka's car.
Yep.
It's a Toyota. I've got no sponsorship whatsoever. And if anyone wants to do a sweetheart deal,
If anyone wants to jump on,
You
yeah,
heard it here first. If you want to get onto a good deal, hit
Yeah.
Morky up.
we'll hit us up and we'll hit Morky up for you.
Yeah.
100%. 100%. We'll pass it on, but
never can miss the opportunity.
blank
Nah,
canvas.
that's right.
That's it, mate.
Blank canvas.
Yeah.
No, that's mad. That is mad.
That's just a little bit anyway.
So, why the V8 Super Utes? So the Supercars obviously done, but
Yeah, well, a very good friend of mine was Craig Jenner. He had
Yeah.
cancer and he died. And he bought, he rang me up because he had terminal cancer. He said, Morky, I've worked, he was my manager for years. It's funny how I met him. You don't mind me telling you?
no, go for it. mate. That's what we're here for.
I'm down at Sandown for the first time in the Shell Series.
Right.
And I'm jacking the car up, and I had a bit of a rope thing across the garage, and this smartass comes up and he says, "Hey mate, who's your driver?" I said, "That'd be me, mate." Oh, he says, "Who's your team manager?" I said, "That'd be me, mate." He said, "No." He's a real smarty. He said he used to be in the Porsche Car Club, and he says, "Who's your engineer?" I said, "That'd be me, mate." And the smartass says, "Who's your statistician?" I was there by myself with my wife. Okay, only two of us running a V8 supercar. I said, "Well, that'll be you, mate. Step over that bloody rope." I said, "You and your mate, you can be the statistician and me manager." And he stepped over the rope, and he was with me until he died.
Yeah,
Oh,
wow.
you buggered.
But
That's awesome.
That's unreal.
he came up to me. He wanted to buy either a TA2 car or a Ute, and I heard that a good friend, Aaron Cameron, he had that the old Bush Ranger Ute with the diesel motor in it.
Yep.
And I heard it was for sale.
Was that a
And-
Ranger?
Eh?
Was that a Ranger?
It was a BT50.
BT50,
sorry, I was
yeah,
close.
it's with Weber now. Weber's got the car.
Yeah.
It goes like the Powers too. Sebring, the Porsche bloke in Melbourne.
Yep.
He built it. He's a friend of Craig's, and he bought it cheap off of the young fella, off of Cameron.
Yep.
Aaron Cameron's an excellent driver. You would have heard about him in the V8 supercars recently.
For sure, yeah.
He's up the front there winning races and whatever. He's very talented, and a lovely, lovely bloke. I actually sat him one day. I got Aaron and I said, "Hey, listen," because when Craig had the Ute, I said, "Can you jump in the car? Let me take a photo of you in there." And he jumps in, and I took a photo of him in the car. And I said, "Hey, Craig, come over here." He said, "I've got a new idea to make your car go 3 or 4 seconds lap quicker." And he said, "What's that, Morky?" I showed him a photo of Aaron Cameron sitting in his car. I said, "He'll make it go fast." But
Driver
anyway,
mod.
Drive mod, yeah.
so he buys the car and gets it all done. Then he rings me up and he said, "Look, I've worked with you all those years. he said, mate, you've got to race with me. So I hired a ute off of Cedars.
Yeah.
And the first time I drove one was at Eastern Creek. I come fifth in one of the races. But there was only 10 of 12 of them at the time.
Yep.
And they had the V8s in them, the LS3s. But them things now, they are about 5 or 6 seconds a lap quicker than what the Holdens and Fords were.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh,
wow.
shit,
Yeah,
yeah.
wow.
Yeah,
That's
much,
the
much
next
quicker.
question. I was going to say, how are they to drive compared to the old stuff?
Well,
'Cause
the
old
whole-
stuff was entertaining to watch.
Yeah, well, the Holden I had was understeer and credibilis.
Yeah.
And the Ford that I ran for a year, that was a real bomb. But
Yeah.
I ran it for a year. It was cheap.
Yeah.
And it wasn't real brilliant, but it didn't understeer like the Holden did.
Yeah.
The Holden had a lot of understeer. But these utes, they don't understeer, basically. And they get a little bit of oversteer. Like especially in turn 2 at Eastern Creek, you've got to triangulate the corner, which I only learnt recently. And it knocks a bit off your time. You go down, instead of going around the corner like that, on and off the throttle, on and off the throttle, you go under brakes right into it and then turn hard and then drive out in a straight line.
Yeah, right.
And you can plant it then.
Yeah, okay.
And it makes a big difference. A couple of seconds a lap.
There you go.
There you go. You've learned a few things on corners over the years we've seen.
Yeah. I've done a big burnout at Bathurst. I don't know if you've ever seen that.
I've got. Can we,
Bulldog, can you bring
Can
that
we pull
up?
that up?
Can you pull it up, please?
I've prepared for this. I did a lot of research. I'm a
Yeah.
bit of a supercar dork.
Yeah.
So when I,
Yeah. Actually, a mate of mine, he's a scrutineer, took that movie.
Yeah, right.
we were
And
wondering who took it.
they give me a big fine.
Listen to that fucking thing.
I got wrongfully taken out of the race, and I just want to prove the car was still going. So yeah, I got charged. So they charged me the wrong thing. They charged me with bringing the sport into disrepute. I had to stop because I couldn't see where I was going anymore.
We thought the tyres must have gone.
And then black marks, they were there for about 5 years.
Wow.
It's just singing, but isn't it?
I couldn't see.
That sounds fucking spectacular.
The noise.
Was that injected, that thing?
Yeah, they're fuel injected, yeah.
Man, it sounds so good.
Sounds so happy.
It was a genuine 5 litre too. It's not a cheater motor.
Yeah, right.
But that was they bought the yellow flags out on Murray's Corner because of the smoke.
Because of smoke.
So prior to that, what happened there?
Huh?
Prior to that, what happened there when they
You ever heard of Tim Shankin?
heard the name?
He wrongfully took me and Bill out of the race,
Yeah.
and it broke a front spring. And Bill wanted to drive it back to the pits, and he said, "Put that heap of shit on the."
Were you with Bill Cedars in that race?
Yep.
Yeah.
And once you go on the tilt tray, you're out of it.
So what was that for a broken spring?
A broken front spring. We wanted to drive it back to the pits, and he wouldn't let us because they just had a safety car period.
Yeah.
And he actually said something like, "Put that heap of crap
Yeah,
on the
right.
tray," and he got a $10,000 fine for doing that. But he got off on a technicality. You got to be very careful. I was there. I had Daryl Dixon was my manager, and I got Daryl to sign the protest. The entrant has to sign the code. So Tim Shankin got off on it, but he was the head of Supercars and shit, you know.
He was up there.
Yeah, so he got off on a
up there.
technicality. But I got off because they charged me with bringing the sport into disrepute. With all the people cheering and that, I proved I wasn't bringing the sport into disrepute. People loved it.
People loved it. Yeah.
And they should have charged me with doing an illegal demonstration.
So
Throttle got stuck, mate. Simple.
That's all that happened.
As a matter of fact, I took a melted accelerator cable there. I did. I took a melted. I said, Miss Roll got stuck.
fucked,
I
mate,
said,
sorry.
I said, I thought I'd done a pretty good job of controlling the car. And one of the stewards says to me, he said, "Richard, do you realise the 3 of the stewards in this room were there when you did it?" And I said, "Well, they'll tell you." I said the troll got stuck.
No way. That's
And that one, and you would have seen that one at Phillip Island when I jumped the start.
in the Utes, yeah, that was crazy. But that wasn't the
That
rule.
was a seniors moment.
Yes, I did. I said that to Nate today. I showed Nate. I was like, "This is apparently a seniors moment." I
It's
like
a seniors moment because what actually happened, I told
Can
them.
we get the fill in on that?
I told everybody. I told everybody that I was going to jump the start, so they don't jump with you. And only one person complained, that Stone. Matt Stone complained and whinged about it, right? No one else did. I just said, well, I'm going to jump the start. I'm going to go on 5.
Yep.
So I'm going around there
That's legal, isn't it? Because you can't.
No, it's not legal. But when you come round, I'm thinking I'm going on 5. They put the bloody 5-second board up and I took off on the 5-second board. What I should have done was when the red light came on, I should have took off. And if I took off just on the red light, I would have only got a 5-second penalty. I knew that.
Yeah.
But because I took off when they put the board up, Gary Baxter, who was the DSO, he'd give me a drive-through penalty. And then after I got the drive-through penalty, he tried to get me more charges. But I was waiting there in the steward's office and Gary Baxter was there. The stewards, I've known them for 50 years. And I spoke to them and they said, oh, no, you've had your penalty. Once you get a on-the-track penalty, that's it, finished.
Yeah.
And so they took him outside and had a talk to him and said, look, when I walked out, he said, oh, you people you know. It was nothing to do with the people I know. It was the fact that...
It's the rules.
It's the rules.
Yeah.
Once you've received that straightaway penalty, that's it. They can't penalise... You can't be penalised twice.
penalise twice. No,
doing the same thing.
Because that's what I meant to say. It wasn't legal. There was a rule. It was like 5. You're only getting a 5-second penalty.
You get a
anyway.
5-second penalty. But I think they've changed it
the
now
race, wasn't
because of that. No, you get a 5-second penalty after the race. That's what it used to be. But since I did that, I think they changed it.
Because I think I remember was that the video? I was going to say, I think I remember the commentator saying, well, he's going to get a 5-second penalty after the race. He might as well just keep going. I was just like, fair enough.
That's what happened. They got quite a
On the
shot.
front row, he starts alongside
Oh, you know what? Let's at the front of the grid in the black, hey.
Yes.
Until this morning.
There you go.
Exciting. What on earth?
Yeah, places to be.
What a fucking legend.
What on earth? I love that comment. Oh, well.
That was
the
good
biggest
footage.
jump start they've ever seen. But I'll tell you something. I got in my. If anybody wants my videos, I can show you a bigger one, better one than that.
Oh, no.
Not from me.
Uh-oh.
Bloke by the name of Mark Gibbs in 1985 or whatever it was when we were racing the lasers with my mate Mark Scaife.
Good mate. I heard.
Yeah.
Great bloke.
Anyway,
Sponsor of the show.
Gibbsy was with Pink Pages,
Yep.
and he was really concerned about not getting any television, and he was had some problems. He was off the back of the grid.
Yeah.
And they give the 1-minute board or something, everyone, and you can see the car take off. I was about 4th or 5th on the grid, right up the front. I'm going up Mazda House, up Bitchpave Hill.
Yeah.
I'm going up Bitchpave Hill. Next thing you know, Mark Gibbs goes flying past me.
Is that on the dirt?
No, he started at the back. I was at the front where it wasn't dangerous. But he started at the back. And he just drove through everybody. It's on my videos on my website if you want to have a look at it. He went straight through, passing everybody. And when the flag dropped, he was sort of up almost on pole sort of thing. And you know what? He never even got pinged for it.
Fuck. You
Yeah,
can
he never got pinged for it.
him?
He never got pinged.
That's insane.
Yeah. Gary Wilkinson, you can hear him talking, and he says, "Oh, the stewards won't like him doing that." But from my memory, nothing was ever done about it.
That's wild.
Good jump starts. Well, I only jumped the start because that young bloke Spalding, he was with Best Western Plains or something.
Yeah.
He had Nuno disease, whatever. They actually carried his ashes at Bathurst when he died. He was only 17. Wow.
Yeah,
And the first race at Honda, he tried to go around the outside of me. The two outside wheels were on the dirt, and the inside wheel was on the tar. And when he accelerated, he turned into the side of the car, and I was renting it off Rod Dawson, a good mate of mine that used to race in the lasers with back in the laser series in '85. I've known him all that time. Yeah. He actually stayed at my place when he came down from Queensland. And I helped him fix his car and things like that. Yeah, but he, $3.5 grand's worth of damage, and that's why I said to everyone, I don't want any more damage. I'm renting the car, so I'm going to be out of here.
Yeah.
That's why I did it.
Fair enough.
Fair call.
It's funny.
But the seniors moment made me get too early.
Jack goes to me today. He goes, man, I found a bit on Morky. And he goes, man, the term seniors moment has come up a few times.
I've seen it a couple of times. I was like, I like it. It's good.
It works. It's solid. It's a solid base, that's for sure.
I might, if I can, Morky, ask you about the Bathurst where they pulled you. You did 78 laps that day. When you say the bloke made the comment, do you think that's just because of like the attitude towards like the privateer.
What was that again? There?
When you got pulled from Bathurst and they were saying, get that piece of shit off the track.
Oh,
whatever they
yeah,
said.
right, yeah.
Do you think that was just an attitude towards privateers as a whole
Oh, yeah,
at the time?
absolutely.
Because that year, I'm thinking...
It's a bit of a boys' club. Like, I can tell you now, I raced V8 Supercars for 11 years, and we only ever mixed with the privateers.
Yeah, right.
Really?
Us and them. That was it.
And Dick Johnson, he acknowledges me now and says g'day to me now.
Yeah.
But when he was when I was racing with him, no, Peter Brock. I knew Peter Brock pretty well because when he first came up here in the this young bloke came up in this little Austin A30. Well, I think who's this idiot? I used to work on an XU1 in the Toby Lee series. Bloke by the name of Brian McCarthy had the WD-40 car.
Yep.
And that's when I first met Peter Brock.
Awesome.
We all heard about this young bloke and his car was as rough as guts. Like he chopped the floor out with an axe, sort of thing. It was really
God.
rough. It was a rough car, and as a matter of fact, when he's, I think his nephew or whoever it is, I can't think of his name right now. I know his name, but when he built that one you see getting around that, he came over to me. He used to speak with his hands,
Yep.
and was at Oran Park at a Shell series, and he came over and he said, he used to call me Richard. He never called me Morky. Richard. He said, "You remember my old car?" I said, "Bloody hell, if I do, it's a piece of crap." But he used to blow everybody off.
Yeah.
And I think it had a 179. I think it even had a 3-speed gearbox in it. I can't remember. His brother died recently. Pin died recently.
Yeah.
He died from getting the shot for the COVID, I believe.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, right.
And he got a heart problem. That's
That's a thing, eh?
Yeah.
I've had 4 shots. So I'm still here.
You might be one of the good ones.
Might be lucky.
Well, I stopped complaining about everything because I went to 6 funerals last year and
Wow.
6 mates, all younger than me. And when I get there, my old mate Donnie Baker's in he's younger than me. I think he's 74.
Yeah.
He's in a wheelie walker thing, And a good mate of mine, Tug, he's younger than me. I had to help him to his car with his walking stick. And
You're
a
racing
real
the
good
Bathurst
mate of
6
mine, Jimmy Dwyer, he looked like, I said to him, I said, "Geez, you don't look good, mate." He said, "Oh, thanks a lot." He's got a colostomy bag and he's really, really crook. And I'm thinking how lucky I am.
You're killing it, dude. That's like you're saying that about dudes that are younger than you, and you just rode a motorbike to the 6 hour and then fucking drove and then rode back.
Yeah, on good fast roads. But of course, as you all know, speed kills.
Definitely.
So I'm not dead, so I mustn't have been speeding.
That's right. Fair, yeah.
And
Safe
you got
roads.
to, what kills you on a motorbike?
The wall.
The stop.
How you stop.
Well, it must be all the fuel. All the gasoline's just pickled you or something, Morky. It's just kept you intact, I reckon. Oh God, that's funny. Your mate Mark Scaife. I remember meeting him when I was a young fella. I went to my first Bathurst when I would have been maybe anywhere between 10 and 12, and we lined up for hours to see that idiot just to get his signature. Lined up for ages and got probably 2 people from the front of the line, and he pulled it. He went, "No, not signing anymore. Not signing anymore at all." And I went, "Right, okay, yep, all good." Well, not really. I was pretty upset.
If it was Craig Lowndes, he'd still be there.
Yeah, 100%.
And, and Brocky.
This is where I'm going to go with
Brocky.
this. So Peter Brock watched it all happen. He watched it all happen. He ended up coming over and pulling us all aside and signed everything that was in Scaife's line. That was insane. And that was the first interaction I've ever had with Peter Brock. And I'll tell you what, become a full-time fan after that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had the pleasure of meeting Brocky a few times. Same thing, he'd have all day for everyone. Like we
So
waited
is
for
Lowndes.
hours.
Lowndes is the same.
Yeah.
He's very nice to everybody.
Yeah.
Security was going to wrap it up, and they said, "Brocky, time to finish things up." And he said, "No, mate." Said they've come here to see me. They're going to come and see me.
Yeah, that's sick, man.
And I was a Scaife fan, and until I met him. Yeah.
Well, with Peter Brock, I knew him pretty well. When he ran at Bathurst with Harrop ran his car, Brock Sport or something. I can't
Yeah,
remember.
was that Team Brock?
Team Brock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he
'Cause
came. He was signing so many autographs. He actually came to my garage and sat down with me for a break.
Yeah, right.
And I was sitting there talking to him, and I said, "Oh, geez, how's all your merchandise going?" He said, He said, "We've sold everything." He said, "The boys are even selling their mugs." I said, "How much did you bring up?" This was on the Saturday. And he said, "They sold it all on the Friday and the Saturday it was all gone." We bought up a semi-trailer load. I said, what idiot ordered that? I said, you should have known to bring up 2 semi-loads, a double B. HRT used to take a double B to Darwin and sell everything.
Fuck, man.
And like they buy the jacket, they sell the jackets for $98
Yeah,
or something.
man.
They buy them in China for
$20.
probably 20, and
Yeah.
the hats, I know how much they pay for them because I've bought them. You pay $3 each for them.
Holy
Yeah, right.
crap.
And
And they're pumping around at $30, whatever they are.
30
pop,
bucks.
and everywhere too. They're still there today.
They're still
That's
there,
like
yeah.
a common joke now. You can see the old dudes, like not the old dudes, but you can see the dude in the HRT jacket that's been around since the early 2000s. He's worn it everywhere, or the Kmart jacket's the same thing. Like,
Yeah.
Comes out once a year at Bathurst, time to get the good going out jacket out.
That's, yeah.
I bought a stack of BOC gas jackets. They were residual stock.
Yeah.
And because John Bow and Brad Jones weren't together anymore, I bought about 25 of them jackets for about $100. I sold them for $20 each. I had one myself, and I got John Bow, and I think I might have got Brad Jones to sign it too.
that's sick.
Because and bloody hell, you won't believe this. Some bastard knocked it off.
You're kidding?
No.
No, well, I was at the track one day. You take your jacket off and you put it somewhere, and someone took.
Fuck.
Yeah,
I was
right.
down at what do they call it? Sandown. I lost my whole race bag, helmet, overalls, the whole lot. Yeah, I had to buy them all new.
Actually,
I was about to say, you're going to bring out that footage we've seen today?
I've seen it. I've done a fair bit of digging. Like I tried my best here. There was a documentary from a Bathurst in '99
In the pits.
Yeah. And you were in it, and fuck, you're a funny man in it, bro. Like, you were just like the privateer. It was the best thing ever. You're sitting there doing race boots up, and you're like, wearing a red suit, and you're like, I wanted red boots, had to buy blue ones, I didn't have red ones. Doesn't matter, they don't see your feet anyway. And then the next one, you were given a scrutiny grief about not scraping a bloody stick off your window, probably.
That was one of the boys on the team.
That was.
But that was supposed to be about me and Larry Perkins. But at the time, I couldn't get to the meetings. I was after 10 grand a meeting, and I couldn't get 10 grand a meeting.
Yeah.
So they had to include the other privateers in it.
Yeah.
But when they made it, the girls, Larry hated women sort of thing. Like he just doesn't like them or something.
Yeah.
And the girl, the Sheila, I can't think of her name now, who was running it. She said, because I used to swear all the time, and she said, Morky, we're going to make you look really great, but Perkins is going to look silly.
Good.
Yeah,
That's what she said to me.
Yeah.
to be honest.
They cut out all my swearing.
It was sick. You were on there
You
like,
can swear as much as you want in here too for the record, Morky.
Nah.
We don't care.
I don't like to.
he was like, that's the thing. Like, every time they put camera on Morky, there was like you were doing something. Like you would, like whether it be managing the team. I think, was it your wife on there as well?
Yeah, she died of cancer, unfortunately.
Sorry,
Yeah,
mate.
that's
Sorry,
okay.
No, but it's like, I couldn't believe it. I was Saturday, like, you've got to watch this. Like, it's incredible.
It was
Like,
actually a good watch. I did watch it today. Your wife was. She goes, I've got 3 boys and I've got Richard.
and Richard.
She's like, so 4. It was.
I think she said something along
Yeah,
the
she had
lines of,
cancer at the time.
did she?
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, sorry, mate.
Yeah, I know, and she used to always come with me everywhere. I don't think she trusted me.
I think she quoted it in the video as saying in the documentary. She
I'll
said
show you
like,
something privately, and you haven't seen this, and I won't give you a copy of it. But what do you call? What do you find kept? Fuel.
It's in the secret folder while it looks like this.
Oh, Jesus.
I'm out at Oran Park when they had the HQs there. Yeah. I'm sitting down signing all these autographs, and a mate of mine, Dave Cameron, he's saying, "Oh, look at that Sheila's backside, isn't it lovely?" You know, like she was a Lycra girl, you know.
Yeah.
So I'm signing all these autographs, and I seen her walking past. Hey, come over here, and she just come over. I said, "Bend over." She bent over, and I signed her. Anyway.
Well, this is only going to stay between you, us,
I
and the
know.
fence post.
But anyway,
That's fucking awesome.
and,
a Kodak moment.
anyway,
That is a Kodak
that
moment.
photo, a photographer's seen me do it. I don't know if you've ever been to Oran Park. You used to have a little caravan down. So there's my HQ, the red one. There's Dave Cameron's there.
Yeah.
He had the photos there. The next meeting, there's that photo that big, and I brought my missus out. And so, mate, wasn't she cranky? She's seen it.
Way out of that.
She said, I seen a photo. He hung that up.
That's fucking unreal.
That should be hanging up. I would hang that up in the wall here.
Straight
I
in the
would.
room.
Yeah, no, I've got another thing too, but I won't show you that.
I honestly, that we need to. That
And me and
needs to
Bill
hang up in
Cedars,
here.
and one of my mates took the photo. We're going round on the Austin Healy or something for the driver's visa. And this, Waldock. Me and Bill had no girls.
Yeah.
Yeah, Waldock, he used to race, the mining company, he used to race V8 Supercar for years.
Right,
Yeah, I can't think of his first name right now. He had 3 Sheilas. And they're sitting on his, on the Austin Healy that he was in.
Yeah.
I went up and said, mate, you got 3 Sheilas, I don't have any. And 2 of them weren't real good looking, but the one in the middle was. And I said, can I have one of your girls? He said, yeah. And they all go, listen. I said, I have the pretty one in the middle. The other 2 just went, So she gets to it. Her name was Brenda. And anyway, she gets in there and we're going around the top of the mountain. And they weren't allowed, the year before they took their tops off and that, and they weren't allowed to.
Anymore,
They
yeah.
got into trouble for it. I was like, get your top off. And she wouldn't take it. So I ripped the top off.
Oh, shit.
And I'm like this. Waving, and someone took a photo of me going, look,
Oh, no.
I've got my arms around like this, going, waving at all the boys on top of the hill.
That's hectic. That is
That's
hectic.
pretty awesome.
But I always go up on the mountain. A good mate of mine is Bin Racing. You know the bloke who has the road train of Eskies.
Yeah.
Him.
Oh, yeah.
That's a good friend of mine.
Yeah, right.
I think his name's Sek. He's a really good mate too.
I had a camera. I took a photo of him. I was like 10 years old, I think, when I went to my first Bathurst with my old boy. And I couldn't believe my eyes when I went to the top of the mountain. And it's obviously a lot tamer back then. I'm only 26. So I'm like 10. It was roughly 2010, give or take. And I seen that and I was like, that's fucking awesome. And I remember having a little camera and I just went, I've still got the photo somewhere. He had a little road train
He gets
then.
sponsored by Specsavers. And like last year they had brisket. So I go up and have something to eat and he gives me the brisket and that. And he's a good, because he was such a good mate and used to feed me all the time and that. Denning, Denning's his name. And I think of his first name. Sorry, mate. My brain's screwed. And Brad Denning.
Brad Denning.
And anyway, Brad gets sponsored, but he has brisket, and another night he'll have a lamb, and they've got a sim up there. If you go there, I'll tell you where he is. Up on top of the mountain, they've got the big the commentary box thing.
Yeah, BP tower or whatever it was.
Yeah, that big, it's still there.
Yeah.
He's just over from that.
Yeah,
and he's got the biggest tent and everything there, and you're always welcome. Go there
bro.
and just tell him you're a mate of Morky's.
We've talked about doing a Bathurst trip later
probably
this year.
next.
You know what I wanted to do, and they wouldn't let me? I wanted to go up on the Saturday night with my V8 Supercar. True. Put an air bottle in the back of it with the thing to jack it up. And the air gun, have it all set up. I wanted to go up there and do some mad burnout, blow the 2 back tyres out, get the boys to pump her up, hit the gas, put 2 more tyres on, and blow them ones out. They wouldn't let me go up there. They said they'll probably burn the car.
Spoiled sports. Speaking of spoiled sports, Will, you got some footage up here.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Trouble in the deep brake area.
So down under brace, he turned in.
I've seen a wheel lock up there and some smoke.
There's smoke there.
Trouble in the deep brake area.
Smoke.
There's a wheel stopped. You've heard it here on Garage Talk. That's right. We've detected this.
And
We've
as far as I'm
debunked it.
concerned, mate, like, if the stewards don't do something about a bloke like him, I think there's definitely something wrong with motorsport, yeah?
I know you've had to fight your way back to the position where you started from. You've missed all of that advantage now for the final, have you?
Yeah, I sure have. Just makes it twice as hard now, you know?
It's an accident, mate, and I think really, at my age, I learn to wear those sort of things, and I think you're very hot-tempered and all that. I know you are, mate. I apologise. I was in the wrong. I don't disagree.
So I can't hook him.
I was in the wrong.
Spots the camera.
My fault. I'm here to apologise to you. That's motor racing, mate. I can't say much more about it than that. My wheels locked up, I hit you. Your dad reckons I was no smoke. I don't give a stuff. My wheels locked up, I hit you, you know. And it's my fault, bad luck. I'm sorry, I won't do it again. Most likely I might, but I hope I don't. I'll go for anybody on the street.
The biggest one-liner in racing.
That's the bit I love, that end bit. Most likely, but.
Most likely, I hope I don't, but...
Most likely will, most likely won't. That is the ultimate fucking finishing. I reckon that made his career. I really do.
You can see how down he was in the foot. Look at him. So got his head down.
He didn't give me any cheek then. Lucky.
Yeah.
I didn't. All my friends ran. I hadn't seen that until Wide World of Sports put it up on the internet probably a year ago.
Yep.
Oh,
That's
really?
the first, but I knew about it because I didn't have a tape machine or anything back then.
Yeah.
I'd never ever seen it. And
Wow.
Aaron Noonan. Aaron Noonan has got it in his phone, but he's got the full thing where I've got Russell Scape on one side of my car and Mark Scape on the other side yelling and screaming at me when I'm driving up into the Parc Ferme. Yeah,
right.
And that's on Noonan's phone. He's got it on his phone.
It's wow.
Yeah, and I took my teeth out because I was going to smash him. But because he was so quiet, I won't go into details, and I walked away, not happy. Later on in the day, after I got changed into my civvies, he gave me another mouthful. And I had another little talk to him then, and he's never spoken to me since.
I still think it's funny. Like
That's the best.
I'd seen that footage years ago, and it wasn't until we're all sitting here like, like 6 weeks ago.
Yeah, it's only
it was
We
recent.
talked about it recently.
Notice I wasn't fat then either.
But we were sitting there, and Jack goes, "Oh man, that's Morky," and I went, "Morky." He goes, "Richard Mork," and I went, "Richard Mork, yeah." And he goes, I looked at it and went, "He's missing a front tooth." And we went, "Fuck,
They're all gone now."
But it was the funniest shit. I showed Mystery Woman this morning. My lovely partner. I showed her, and she's looking at it and she goes, "It's just the smile, that cheeky fucking
You
smile."
can see it when you look at the camera. You literally
camera.
smirk. It's the best.
It's the best.
I was 22 when I went through the windscreen of a car, hit a telegraph pole.
Holy
And
shit!
it was a 59 Chev Bel Air.
Oh.
And the steering wheel was there and the telegraph pole was there. The bloke sitting there unfortunately got killed. The other bloke on the other side, he was in hospital for 4 years. Mate in the back still walks with a limp. Doing the wrong thing. But it's unfortunate. But I woke up a bit after that.
Yeah.
It was a bit of a setback. But I had a broken pelvis. I was in hospital for a while. But that's what knocked me teeth out about.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
Fuck,
I tried that and
serious thing.
fixed, and all my life they just ended up going.
Yeah.
I went and had deep root canal shit and all that.
Yeah.
But in the end, they just came out.
Fuck, that's wild.
Yeah, no good.
Nah.
I was about 30 something there too.
I called that. I said I reckon he's probably around 32 to 35 in
We were
between.
trying to work it out. That was about 85, wasn't it?
It was 1985. Yeah.
There you go.
Bloody, I'll show you something, and this is
Because I always had that, like we knew about the footage, and then that's when I realised it was you, and I was like, that's crazy, because Nate's mentioned that he knew you before. And I was like,
How old am I there?
We are.
17?
I was going to say 19.
36.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, right.
36.
Bloody hell.
Fuck.
Dude, you got
Still
some
got my
hair.
teeth. Still got me bad teeth. Yes, from missing.
Wow.
Yeah. I used to be a long hair.
Yeah, right.
Oh, we all
Now
went
I'm a
through
short
that.
hair.
Oh, you got more than me, Mork.
Mate, that's the thing.
You got to be grateful for it now, eh?
They don't call me Mudguard. You know why they call him Mudguard, don't you?
No.
All shiny on top and shit underneath.
That's amazing. Oh, man. Well, it's accurate, though. That is pretty fucking accurate, to be honest.
Is it? That's very nice.
Well, I can't talk myself. I've got a bit on top there. It's going.
Yeah, it's amazing how many people are like that. And I say, "G'day, Mudguard," and they don't know what you're saying.
Don't get it. Don't understand it.
It's like calling someone blisters.
Yeah.
Blisters turn up after the work.
That makes sense. Sensolite.
I was in the toilet the other day, and
days.
there's a bloke having a leak next to me, and I said, "Doesn't matter how much you shake and dance, the last 2 drips go in your pants." And he pissed himself laughing. And he said, "I've never heard that before." Like, sure, you've all heard that, haven't you?
No, you've got us to that one.
Yeah, no matter how much you shake and dance, the last 2 drips go in your pants.
Oh, fuck. That's
Old
funny.
man's jokes. What are they? Dad's jokes, aren't they?
Dad
Dad
jokes. Nothing wrong with
Nothing
those.
wrong with a good dad
God, there's
joke.
nothing wrong with those. That's a hell of a bloody thing. I still can't get over the song and dance that happened with that bloody scaife incident, though.
That's the best, man.
You know what? That's probably a thing you should run with, Morky. Run with that to get your sponsors for the V8 series.
Do a bit of advertising.
Do it in advertising.
Yeah,
That'd be probably the
I
way
don't
to go.
need the money. I've unfortunately now at this
Yeah.
time of life, I had a factory that I built a long time ago and I owned it. And I recently sold it for $1 million
on you,
about
mate.
3 years ago.
Yeah.
And I bought when I got the money. I always owed money to the banks. I bought a couple of properties.
Smart
And I
move.
just recently sold them. I had a DHA house in Townsville. The bloody the insurance was $5,500 a year, and the
Holy
and the rates up there $6,000 a year. So you don't make a lot out of the rent.
No.
But because of my age, I thought, well, I'll sell the properties, and I sold it for a lot more. I got to pay, I think, $70,000 tax
Holy
at the end of this
shit.
month.
Yeah.
You know, capital gains tax. So I sold 2 joints.
Yeah.
And I've sold another one this week, getting rid of all the rental properties because it's just the insurance today and the rates are just off the planet.
Yeah.
And, you think, oh, he's got a house. So you don't have much money, but I'm just going to get the money and put the money in the bank and use it. But it's not a point of wanting a sponsor for money.
No.
Yeah.
It's a point of wanting to put something on the car.
Yeah.
And I'll do it for $5,000, and that includes the wrap. The wrap costs $3,500,
Yeah.
but at least I'll go down with something on it.
Yeah.
And that's cheap.
That is,
Yeah,
yeah, for a
'cause,
wrap, that is cheap.
Yeah, it's probably if you wanted to drive a V8 Super Ute in Tasmania, you'd have to pay $25,000.
Holy crap.
That's the sort of money they're paying. All the young blokes pay that. A lot of the young blokes pay that.
Makes you wonder how they make it to do it.
Well, they get it off sponsorship.
I suppose, yeah.
Yeah, Rossi Johnson's a really nice mate of mine and terrific young fella, very well talented. That's at the Northern Territory.
Yeah, yeah.
And he gets sponsorship for his drive. They pay him, And like Veraken, he hates me saying his name because I say it wrong. He's in a position now where he just hasn't got the money to run.
Yeah.
Because it costs a fair bit of dough.
Of course,
Of course, yeah.
It's just motorsport today.
It's
Like, you blokes can't do what I did. I was overweight. I was about 113 kilograms.
Yeah.
I always raced in the lower levels. I started off in motor carners, lap dashes, Group 7 rallies, all the stuff where you learn how to drive.
Yeah.
I'm not like what some of these idiots, they get out there and they straight away buy an Excel and they
gear.
couldn't drive their finger up their backside.
All the gear, no idea.
But you learn how to drive when you do club sport, like hill climbs and things like that. That's where you learn how to drive.
Yeah.
And so I came in to open meetings. It wasn't until about 1970 something that I'd put on my first open meeting in an old XU1 Tirana.
That's awesome, eh?
And the entry fee was probably $50.
Yeah.
And
Fuck.
when I turned 50, I'd always wanted to drive a V8 supercar.
So how old, sorry if you don't mind me asking, how old were you when you started in a V8 supercar?
I was 50.
You were 50.
That's where that was
That's
going.
fucking
yeah.
awesome, dude.
Yeah, and I reckon I'd done a lot of my best driving when I was about 55. To be honest
right.
with you.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah.
Experience.
My best result is Dean Cando beat me at there was 35 starters at Oran Park.
Yeah.
I only had a 5-speed gearbox, not a 6-speed.
What year is this?
Oh, I can't remember.
Yeah.
Dean Cando.
Yeah, okay.
He was driving Glenn Seaton's old car.
Yeah, early 2000s.
And I came second.
Fuck yeah.
And that was a Konica race, like a
Yeah,
development
Konica
series
series.
race.
Yeah.
In the Konica series. And in a car with a 5... And I was over the moon because I thought I'd come fourth. But Johnny Faulkner had trouble with his gearbox and pulled out. And I think Harris might have spun out. And I thought them two were in front of me as well. I thought I came fourth. I was just, oh, shit, I've come fourth. I was absolutely that happy. And then I found out I come second.
Holy shit.
It's a bit of, obviously a few people had dropped out, but it was 35 starters. And so there wasn't only 3 of us out there at the end. There might have been about 4 or 5 cars.
Yeah.
That's wild.
So how did you get into that back in the day? Because obviously there wasn't like racing entitlements contracts. I don't think in the 2000.
Well, what happened was I got a level 3 franchise. What happened was you had to pay $17,000 for a level 3 franchise. They never capped them, which is really bad for us. Anybody could get one back then.
Yeah.
They had level 1, level 2, like Lansvale Smash Repair were level 2.
Yeah.
Eventually they made them level 1 and they would have sold it.
Yeah.
But I was a level 3 franchise, so you pay 17 grand, and that's all your entry fees and everything for the whole year.
Yeah.
If you go to everything. So if you go to every meeting, like Malala, anywhere they have them, you get your 17 grand back at the end of the year. That's how I could do Bathurst for 5K.
Yeah, right.
Because I got my entry fee back. You know? Anyway, I just decided, like, you can't go out and buy an old body shell and get an old motor off someone and get the wrong gearbox. And
not anymore.
Yeah, you got to have a dear old dad. You got to come from the right, what they call the right sperm bank.
Oh,
if you don't come from the right sperm bank,
bank being the key word.
Sperm bank. Yeah, you got to come from the right sperm bank, and you'll get in there. But there are a few people who have done it through talent.
Yeah,
people like, I think, Tanda.
Yeah,
and Bargwana.
Yeah. See, I thought Bargwana was a cool driver. See, like, a lot of the early 2000 stuff I'm big on, like late 90s, early 2000 stuff. I think we really went awry in the late 2000s. Don't get me wrong, the skill level and everything of the sport come up, but it was very cool because you had privateers. Like, what was it, Bathurst 99? That was the last race of Bathurst without racing entitlements contracts. So it was like a grid of 54 or something like that.
Yeah, I raced in 2000.
Yeah.
That was that was the FAI 1000.
Yeah.
And that was I finished that one. I come 29th.
That's fucking sick, but man.
It took me 3 of them to finish it. and I don't like to admit this. I was crying. I drove into the pits and Harry Bargwana ran over to me. He said, "Hey, Morky, how'd you go?" I said, "I effing finished." I said, "I finally finished." He said, "How do you think I said, "How do you think I feel?" I said, "Unbelievable, I effing finished." And he said to me, "How do you think I feel?" My son won it. Because that's when Jason Bargwana and Tanda won it.
Yeah.
And he said, my son won it. Yeah, he was over the moon because his son won it.
It's an unreal feeling, eh? Like, just the track itself. Like, I literally rang this dude with tears welling up in my eyes because I'd done the same thing. I raced there in the State Hill Climb Championship earlier this year.
I'm doing it this year. I'm doing it. Are you going to the State Championship?
Yeah,
you know
weekend.
Deborah Morell and the little Suzuki
Drives
Swift?
the same car as my dad.
Yeah.
It's all Suzuki Swift.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, a couple of boys that were there, the Jarvises.
Yeah.
I've raced in the Suzuki Swift series.
Yeah, okay.
Up in, I come fourth. And first time I ever drove one up at Lakeside.
So you're going
And Jarvis, I think Jarvis, the old man Jarvis, he financed the whole series.
Yep.
And I think his son won it, and I think he won it.
Yeah, right.
And but I come fourth.
Are you racing at Huntley this weekend?
No, Deborah will be there.
Yeah.
And it's a state round as well.
Yeah.
But I'm going to do the 2 days at Bathurst.
Yeah.
I'm paying her entry fee and all that. I'm going to drive a Suzuki.
Yeah, sick.
Little Suzuki
Swift
GT, what do they
Swift
call it?
Sport, yeah.
Jack's old boy. He races one of those.
Yeah, in the hill climb.
They're a pretty good
car.
little car to drive.
Well, he's got everything done to this thing too. It's got
like,
a little tune.
It's braced, dyno tuned, extractors, exhaust, all the stuff. Pretty basic, stripped out interior.
Yeah, what do they put a program in and make them go better? Or?
Flash tune, yeah.
Flash
It's
They
been on
flash
the
tune.
dyno.
Do they use much fuel when you do that?
It's still pretty good, man, to be honest.
Did the flash tune lift it up much?
Yeah.
It did.
Who done that?
VPR. I think.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
PR.
Yeah. It wasn't.
How much do they charge to do that?
Oh,
We can find
couldn't
out.
tell you. We could find out.
Find
for
out
you.
for me because I might get Deborah's done.
It
Yeah.
made what was
Man,
it? Was it 90?
I think it's like 93 kilowatts at the wheels.
Yeah.
Up from fucking like, what was it, 70 or 60?
Yeah,
like
it's
it's a good jump.
a decent
like,
jump.
And that's a cold air. It's probably the same as what Deborah's has got. Because I'm friends with Jason Moore, who does it in the same class. And he raced with her. And I can't remember what he said. Jason will be able to clarify this. But it'd be similar. It's exhaust, cold air intake, suspension, coilovers of some sort, I'd imagine.
Yeah.
Some sticky tyres.
Yeah, I don't think she's got any of that. Her car's
really?
pretty stock,
Oh, right. There you go.
but she wants a little bit more grunt.
I reckon,
That'll do it.
in tune and give it to her. Definitely.
That Swifter Dad's goes good.
it
For
goes
what
really
is.
well, yeah. And
Because the motor's standard other than the tune,
Yeah.
except for the cold air intake.
Cold air
Cold
intake.
intake.
I
I think she's got a pod filter or something on it.
yeah.
This is extractors, exhaust, and a pod filter.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
And she has got I don't know how complicated her exhaust is, but it's got a note.
Yeah. It's
Okay,
probably
but-
the same as his. His ain't uber loud,
They're
but it's got
actually
a full
quite
system.
affordable too to modify.
Yeah.
They are quite affordable.
They're a great
to
little
modify.
car to drive.
Yeah. I like driving his.
I got burnt out with the Suzuki series. I got a really good car when I rented it at Lakeside. I come fourth. And in another race, I was going into second and I overcooked it into Hungary and drove out on the grass and came back on. And you know, I had a really good weekend with these young people. So the next time I went to Eastern Creek, they gave me a car. It had positive camber on it.
What?
Positive camber. I'm
Yuck.
looking at it, and I'm saying
Positive. For those
it's
at
not
home,
negative,
it's not
yeah.
like it's this, not this.
Yeah.
The opposite of
And it's
what
not
you want.
straight. It's the opposite of what
and
you
they
want.
said, oh, the last bloke who drove it set it up like that. And I said, mate, the bloody thing's understeering like a pig.
Yeah.
And it made me look really bad.
Yeah.
And so they wanted me to race again, and I said, no, I'm not racing. And I asked them to change it, but they reckon they didn't have the shims.
Oh, right.
You got to, apparently on them, you got to put shims in them to alter the.
So the way his works, when I look at it, it doesn't seem to have, or it doesn't, adjustable camber tops, and I don't know where you'd fit them in. So the way we got camber on his, we just put camber bolts in the bottom of the struts.
Yeah.
Shout out Medium Fab. But that's the only way we could figure to kick them out.
Yeah, well,
Whereas mine's like our cars have got the adjustable strut tops, so you just slam them into as negative as they go. And if you need
what sort
more,
of car?
Sportivo Corolla.
Oh,
They got the
Corolla.
little Lotus Yamaha engine in them.
All right.
Yeah.
Should let Morky ever go one of those. I think
I'd
he'd be
love to let Morky
surprised.
drive mine at Ringwood. You'd love it, bro. It's a go-kart.
I'm sick of getting blown off by young blokes lately. I've got plenty of money, but I've ran out of talent.
I don't know about that.
Nah, only about the talent now.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, some of them young blokes can drive.
Oh, yeah.
There's a young bloke driver on the weekend, Matt, I can't think his last name right now, but young Matt, he was quick.
Yeah.
But I think he was probably too quick for the car.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, that's what done the clutch in. But that really annoyed me.
Do you think, you said the drivers are pretty quick nowadays.
Oh, yeah.
Do you reckon that they, like, do you reckon back in the day, sort of from your era and, I don't know, to sort of when we come about on the earth, do you reckon that the talent was a bit more natural? Or do you
I'm not being a big head. People like Peter Brock is a natural driver.
That's a driver,
Yeah.
born driver.
I'm a
born driver.
and
You're a
I
born
can tell
driver.
you now,
No, you're, yeah.
I'll go into that category.
Yeah,
okay?
100%, mate, yeah.
And you might think I'm being a big
No,
head.
no,
but
no,
I was,
no,
I was
no.
definitely talented.
We've seen
Yeah,
the
that's
footage.
why you do it, man. That's why you do it.
95 times to Bathurst, mate. Say no more.
V8
Yeah,
Supercar driver, like, you
It's
don't-
not so much that. It's the fact that when I was younger, I was basically unbeatable in heaps of shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
And I never ever spent money. My old Tirana, which wasn't an XU one, but a make-believe one, I paid $250 for the body shell. After 4 or 5 laps at Amaru Park, I'd be up the front a bit. The brake pedal would be going to the floor. 'Cause I only had standard brakes. I didn't even have XU1 brakes in it. They were just normal disc, normal disc brakes. And I used to have black flash pads in it. And that car, all it ever had was the black flash pads. It had Selby's shock absorbers and Selby springs.
Yeah.
And other than that, nothing.
There wasn't much
Wow.
more to setups back then, was there, really?
No. Well,
Yeah.
what they do now is they come up through go-karts.
Yeah.
And like when all these young blokes we talk about, like you take Brzezinski, who's an absolute star.
Yeah.
You take all them kids. What have they ever done all their life?
Basically.
Mum and dad buys them a go-kart.
Go-kart, yep.
They race go-karts from when they're 3, 4 years old.
Oh, yeah.
Look at the weekend. Them 2 young blokes I'm talking about, 16 years
Yeah.
old, and they're Bathurst winners.
That's crazy.
Okay, now both them kids come up through go-karts.
Wow.
Reuben, I can't think, he's got a short last name. Young Reuben, his dad sent him to England, and he's raced all over England when he was 14. And now he's come back. Now, okay, you've got to, like me, I used to race when I was 14. I used to race frigging billy carts down a hill.
Yeah.
I didn't. My daddy left when I was
send you.
11, and my mum looked after me. I used to ride push bikes and billy carts and things like that. So my first race car, I paid $100 for it.
That's so
Okay.
sick.
What was it? That's
A 48 series Holden.
Fuck yeah.
And just incidentally to everybody out there, there's no friggin' such thing as an FX. That makes me cranky, man. There's no. They had an FX suspension and FJ.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you want to know how FX came about, in my opinion?
Wow.
What used to happen is the bloke who used to send all the blokes who sent the parts out from GMH out of different dealerships, because you'd have FJ, FE, FB, FC, FC, FB, EK, right? EK, what comes after? EJ, right? EH.
Yeah.
Yeah. HD, HR.
yeah.
And he'd send out the parts, HR. He'd send out these other parts, F, J. This big box of parts here for series Holdens. FX.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's where it came from, mate. The bloke who was dealing out the parts. And all these dopes try to tell you, oh, no. I had when Hillston's for Holden, where I'd done my apprenticeship, closed down, I went to the auction there. I didn't pay for them. They gave me all their spare parts books. So it had all the spare parts for Holdens. I had every book. And I had arguments with people. I said, get one of them books, a genuine Holden book, and show me anywhere in there where it refers to an FX other than the FX suspension modification. Nowhere in any genuine Holden spare parts book. All these idiots, they'll get a manual from Gregory's. That was the first time in my life I ever seen referred to as an FX was a Gregory's manual. And you try to tell the idiots that, and they just don't listen to you. They, my great-great-grandfather, he bought an FX back in 1948. You know, you're rubbish. You know. Series Holdens, the 48-215 came out in November. I owned a wrecking yard, and all I wrecked was FJs and FXs. You got me.
I was going to say, you want to say that again, Morky?
You got me to say it.
Can we say that one more time?
And series Holdens. all I did was wreck series Holdens and FJs. I've never done that in my life. You blokes have stuffed me. That's the end of me.
We cut that. We get that.
No, cut that out.
It's just between us and the fence post. Don't worry.
Don't put that in.
Don't put that in.
But that's the trouble. Everyone refers to them as FX, and a true Holden man, and I was a true Holden man. I'd done my time on Holdens.
Yeah.
You know, you just we never ever heard them referred to as that. You can ask any of my friends that are 70 years old, and all my mechanic mates. You ask anybody, never ever they were referred to as Humpy Holdens.
Yeah.
And everyone calls them 48 series, but you know they came out in November 48. Not a lot of genuine 48 series.
Like actual 1948s, yeah.
The 1948s came out in November 48.
Yeah.
November, December,
done.
January 49.
Yeah.
And a 50 series, you can tell the difference. You know what the difference is? If you get a true 48 series, the rear doors, you know the little button you pull up and down to open the door?
Yeah.
In a true 48 series, the button's at the back. Okay, but what they did in the later models, I think it was 50, they put the button at the front so that you can reach it from the front door. You can unlock your door from the front.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, but you look at any genuine 48 series with a shark tooth grill and all that, and when you're looking at it, have a look at the back doors. If them buttons for the doors are up the front, it's got the wrong doors on it.
Right.
Yeah,
well.
that's a bit of useless information.
No,
that's
nice.
Love that stuff.
That tickles our fancy, yeah.
That's something it really does. That's
if you ever look at a 48 series, and you got 48 series, 49 series, 50 series, 51 series, 52 series. In 53, they brought out the FJ.
53.
Yeah, 53.
My grandfather used to race FJs.
Yeah.
Couldn't tell you what he raced in, but I know he raced
And you know what we
FJs.
used to do when we used to hot them up and that? They used to have Armstrong shock absorbers.
Yeah.
And a lot of blokes used to retain the Armstrong. I used to get the Armstrong shock absorbers, budget racer, budget lair, and I used to put gearbox oil in them, in the shock absorbers, to stiffen them up.
Right.
And I had another car. It was that low. If I put my boot on, I couldn't put it under the sill. And how I lowered it, I got the oxy out, heated up the springs at the back. And I got in there with the oxy and I chopped the front springs, pulled the bits out, and dropped it down on the ground. And they always have a leaking master cylinder. And they're hard to get off. You've got to have a special spanner, which I had. I gave it away to a bloke the other day. I paid $11 for it or something, or it might have been £11, I can't remember, to undo the master cylinder. So what I used to do is I go to the garage that was leaking brake fluid. I used to just fill up with water. You can put water in instead of brake fluid. But what you got to realise, it wasn't leaking at the wheel cylinders, it was leaking at the master cylinder. Where does it get hot? At the wheel cylinder. It's still got brake fluid in there. Might have a bit of water mixed with it.
Yeah.
But I used to top it up all the time. People couldn't believe it. I couldn't afford to buy the brake fluid.
Where's your garden hose?
Just
I've
get
got
in
to
there.
top my brakes up.
Hey, it
That's
works.
true.
That's awesome, bro.
Yeah, if you ever get stuck and you need, if you're ever cleaning up and you got brake fluid, just wash it off with water.
Yeah.
And like when you're doing, well, people don't overhaul master cylinders and stuff today.
Oh, we still see it.
Mechanics these days, they're parts fitters.
Fitters, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Just
They're not-
replace.
Yeah, nobody fixes anything anymore.
It's all modular too.
No.
All the cars just come apart.
All the new
Adult
mechanics, all they know how to do is
Diagnostic.
plug in the
Scan
the
tool.
UBD port.
Oh, we know someone who sells scan tools, don't we, William?
Yeah, got a fair few of them.
I've got a snap-on stamp, the big red one,
Yeah,
and you can't get it updated.
Yeah, there's a few different models. There's like at the last SFC, I think Snap-on's been doing diagnostics in that word of it since I think the late 80s. Like they've always had scanners that entire time. But
I bought the bloody thing, and I can tell you now, I don't understand it. I plug it in, and I look at it, and you go, I think, what the hell? You know, I'll have to get a book on it or something and find out.
We'll get Will to come over and give you a
Oh,
lesson.
my
You got to sort it out.
Clear code.
Yeah, it's
That's
hard
what I
to-
look for. Clear code. We're good. Get out of there.
Yeah, somewhere in it you can sort of run it and watch the car running as you drive down the road.
Yes, you can. Yeah, you can do live data. Yeah.
Yeah, I've done that.
That's good.
And I have looked at things and it said that it's such and such. And I look up on the internet to find out what that code is, and all that sort of stuff.
I
But I don't use it hardly ever because I was a really good mechanic, and I still am a mechanic, and I'm a proper mechanic.
Yeah.
And because of my age and because I sort of stopped working on other people's cars, I do authorised inspections still.
Oh, really? Like pinkies?
Yeah,
right.
I don't just write them out. Not too many people come to me. They all go to a bloke over at Seam. He just writes them out.
Yeah.
And the RMS does nothing about it, the dopes.
Nah.
But you know,
fellas out there
anybody
like
who just gets a ticket written out for them, they're getting ripped off. Even though we don't get paid anywhere near enough,
No.
you are paid to inspect the car,
Yeah.
and that's what I do. Every car I pass for rego goes on my 4-post hoist. I walk underneath it,
Yeah.
and I look around, and just about, say, 8 out of 10 cars that I inspect, the headlights are incorrect.
Yeah, right.
They're always high. Haven't you noticed on the road at night, you're going along, every bastard's
When
behind
they're
you?
in your,
Yeah, nobody does it. No, and the big Kenworth trucks in that, they put them incandescent globes in them,
Yeah.
and the beam is like that.
Yeah,
you can't put them
can't
down.
put 'em down, yeah,
So the beam is supposed to be like that.
HID, high densities.
Yeah, and they put them globes in, but because they're fitted in the wrong place, it makes the beam go like that.
Yeah.
And them
See it all
idiots
the
at
time.
the RMS, well, I used to send them letters, and I used to write on the letter, I'm serious, I used to retards, thieves and arseholes. And I've sent them letters with that written on it. With a big R, retards, thieves, and A, arsehole. And they are. They're dopes.
I couldn't agree with you more about that inspection. Like, don't get me wrong. There's everybody's got a car that you just go, fuck, I just want it fucking passed. I don't
Just
care.
give me some Reg.
But when it comes to the family car, Colorado and stuff that we have, I like getting that inspected because I know what's wrong with it. If there's little things like the brakes need doing or something come up, the mechanic generally goes, mate, you probably got another 2,000-3,000 Ks in those brakes full they need doing, or you probably look at doing some struts or doing something in it. You go, yeah, righto, mate, no worries.
Yeah, one thing I don't do, I don't knock. I'm not a ball joint bandit.
Yeah, there's
You
people
know,
like that,
in the
yeah.
whole time I've been inspecting cars since 21, since I was 21.
Yeah, right.
Born in 47. I've been inspecting cars since then. Yeah. And that's not legally. When I was an apprentice, I used to do them for Hilsons. I didn't have a ticket. But the apprentices used to inspect them. That's what they did back then.
Yeah.
The tickets were $1 or something. And I remember
Holy
10
crap.
bob. And I can tell you now, I do look at the cars. Another thing I do, I always dip the oil.
Yeah.
I had 4 cars out of 5. Sheila's owned them, no offence. No oil.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
That much on the dipstick. But luckily, the modern cars, they have a fair bit under the dipstick.
Yeah.
But lots of cars that I check. And why do I check the oil? Because it's an old trick. If you've got a car like an old Jaguar or something, if when you filled up oil, they used to piss oil out.
Yeah.
So you take them down the pits with 1 litre of oil in.
Yeah.
Get them passed, right?
And then fill them up.
They'd pass and bring them home and put more oil in them.
Top 'em up.
But to stop it from leaking, you do that, you know.
Wow.
And
That's the time you
and
pinch
ball
the
joint,
joint.
yeah, you get your car checked for ball joints. And the idiots at the RMS, they'll put it on the shaker.
Yeah.
And it
Yeah,
goes
yeah.
clunk, clunk, and they say, oh, you got to put ball joint in it. Why? Because it goes clunk, clunk. Show me anywhere in the rules where it says if it goes clunk, clunk, you replace the ball joint.
Yep.
No, it says if you've got 3 millimetres of play at the rim. Now, how many people have you ever seen measure the play?
Not one. Oh, you measure it?
I measure it.
Yeah, right.
Okay. I jack the car up. I put a dial gauge on it, and I freaking will measure it. And in my time as a mechanic and an authorised examiner, I reckon in my time, I've only ever seen probably half a dozen ball joints that don't pass registration.
Yeah.
They go because 9 times out of 10 it's wheel bearing play.
Yeah.
And these idiots say, "Oh, your ball joints are gone."
Yeah.
But it's only wheel bearing play, and they because there's good money in ball joints. They're
Of course, yeah.
easy to replace, good profit.
Yeah.
So I call them ball joint bandits. And
Makes sense, yeah.
everything else on the car they don't look at.
Just the ball joints.
Nobody does the headlight aim. And
No,
it's
well,
so
that's
simple, bro.
That's the funniest thing. The amount of inspection stations. I think you're supposed to legally have that. A headlight, like an aligner.
Yeah, you got to have an
machine.
aligner.
Or gathering dust.
I've never ever seen one that hasn't got an inch of dust on it.
Yeah.
Mine's
have one at
always
Autobahn.
dusted off.
Yeah. You use it, Morky? Yeah.
I'll show you how I check headlight aim.
Mine needs doing. You can show me on
I'd
mine.
love to learn how
Well,
to use
I
that.
can check your headlight aim in 2 minutes. And I'll put it on the bloody machine. It's exactly what I said it was. Have the car on level ground.
Yep.
Walk up to the car. Put the headlights on low beam. Put it on your leg. Put your finger in the middle of it. I step back 1 metre. If that doesn't come off my fingers, that means they're like that. It comes off my fingers, they're down.
It's coming down.
Simple.
Yeah, right.
It's not legal to do it like that.
But
hey,
it's
I do every car. I check the headlight. If if they were to look at my books, you just see how many cars I knock back for headlight aim. And the brake machine's the biggest bit of bullshit.
Brake test.
It cost me $400 and something recently to have it
Recalibrated.
and them bloody things, mate. If you don't tilt them in the car when you track them,
Yeah.
they don't read, and you've got to put all the information in again. And it's just bullshit.
GPS track.
You know, long before brake machines, they used to start off with a little blue box one at first and all this shit.
Yeah.
There wasn't a car that I would pass for rego that I didn't drive. Okay?
Yeah, that's a fair
And
call.
I only drove them for 100 metres.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd just drive them 100 metres, jump on the brakes, just make sure it was okay.
Works,
Yep.
yeah.
And I've always done it. A lot of people didn't like you driving their car. And I said, well, I'm not going to do it for you. If I can't drive your car.
can't drive it,
And in
yeah.
them days, you didn't have to put the brake machine in it. But I used to always drive the car.
Yeah, right.
And I never drove it very far. Just drove it. If I was working at a place where I was going on the road, I'd just drive at the road and back. Just to go up, do a U, come back, jump on the brakes, make sure they're not pulling. And I've always done that. And everybody's got their finger in a pie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, these, like you send it to Repco and $400 and something to have it recalibrated, you know.
yeah.
Oh, we'll put a battery in it for you. You know, $200, put a $15 battery in it, you know. I put my own batteries in, you know.
They're not a hard task. They're really not a hard task. It's just painful.
Yeah.
But the amount of guys you see that get there and just do the old tilt on the
Yeah,
old
they tilt it.
bench,
Yeah, they just press it and tilt it. That's
yeah.
exactly what happens.
Yeah.
And they don't.
And the
work
worst
on
thing
car,
they've ever
that's the
done.
funniest part. So-
I'm a mobile. I can do a mobile.
Yeah.
yeah, right.
If I've got to buy, and they're bringing this out, I've got to. This has got nothing to do with your show, probably.
Look,
You're
we're
off, eh?
intrigued. We're interested. Yeah.
With the machines, they're making us get to do them mobile. I can do caravans mobile.
Yeah.
Because I don't have to take a brake machine. But if I do a car mobile, I have to have a GPS machine where they know where you've done the brake test. But I will defy anybody to tell me, no way in the world could you tell me you can properly examine a car at someone's house. No. You can't. And one of the rules should be, there's 2 rules they don't have. One thing is, I should be asked, like when I'm driving, I've got to wear glasses.
Yep.
When I inspect vehicles, I should have to have my glasses on, because otherwise you miss the little cracks and all that. The RMS dopes, they don't tell you to do that.
No.
I'll probably get an audit now because I'm calling them dopes. Someone will hit, but they're dopes.
No, they are.
And with the brake machine, that's a joke. And
crazy.
I really, mate, I'm really cranky about it. And I do the right thing with the inspections. I've never written a ticket out on some car that I haven't basically looked at.
Yeah.
I've done caravans in back alleys or whatever,
Yeah, but that's
over the years because someone's living in it or something.
Yeah.
I've done. I think just about everybody's done that.
Yeah.
And I can do it legally now because I can do it. Go away, but nobody comes to me.
Nah.
Now, in this area, there's plenty of people who'll write you out a ticket.
Oh, it's crazy.
You can buy them on the internet.
On Facebook Marketplace.
On Facebook Marketplace.
You can buy them on Marketplace. What's the only time the RMS do anything about you is when you tell the boss of the RMS there's an F-wit and a hayseed and told him off, these are dope.
Yeah.
I got audited about 3 times for 6 months.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, and he was a dope too because he didn't know the rules.
I love that.
I picked him up on the rules and I said, you're in charge of everybody, you don't even know the rules, you idiot.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah, no, I had a big argument with him.
That's a fair call.
Educated him.
I educated him. And I put it this way, have you ever had a bureaucrat apologise to you?
No.
I made him apologise to me. That was a big mistake, making this idiot apologise to me.
That would have been the best.
And he did apologise to me, but I got audited straight away.
Oh.
I got audited. They went back on 1,042 inspections.
Holy
and they found
crap.
six
out of that
clerical
many.
errors. And some of them weren't errors. Like on a Toyota Starlet was one.
Yeah.
And when the engine number stamped numeral, then underneath, alpha. How would you record that?
Literally how you just wrote it.
Numeral, and underneath, alpha.
Yeah.
That's how I record it. In the data sheet, it says alpha, and the idiots came to court and tried to tell me that the rules say that you have to check the data sheet before you do an Orvis examination, and you don't.
No way.
When you do the test, it tells you quite clearly that data sheets and workshop manuals can be used for reference when necessary.
Yeah, right.
Okay? And I go to court for 3 days, and this idiot, this magistrate, over 6 stupid little mistakes out of 1,042 inspections, in the end, this idiot, what do they call it, prosecutor kept saying he's not a fit and proper person, he done everything wrong, blah, blah, blah. 6 mistakes, very, and only 2 of them were mine. The others were the blokes who worked for me. And anyway, after it was all over, she gave me a 2-week holiday and said I had to be retrained, okay? And I brought up all this stuff, I had all this evidence. They wouldn't let me use it because I couldn't prove that it came from them, even though then when I said, well, you show me your rule, but it's not up to us to supply you with the evidence. All this shit. Anyway, at the end of the thing, this magistrate, Sheila, sitting up there at Penrith Court, and she said, you've got 2 weeks and we find that you've done the wrong thing, blah, blah, blah. And I put my hand up. I said, what do you want, Mr. Mork? I just want to thank you. Oh, she said, do you? I said, yeah, I'd like to thank you for sitting there and looking like you're listening, but in fact you never heard a bloody word I said. But thanks very much for sitting there and looking like you did, look like you would. And you know what she done? She thanked me. What a bonehead!
Oh my god!
And I said, my exact words were, excuse me, I'd just like to thank you. I'd like to thank you for sitting there and looking like you were listening to me. You didn't hear a word I said, but I'd thank you.
Oh, man.
And that idiot, she thanked me. All the RMS folks, when I walked outside, all the RTA back then, they all said, you're unbelievable. You shouldn't have said that. She could have held you in contempt of court.
No, you said thank you. You've just been a gentleman. That was all.
You just thinking of what you did.
Oh, Morky, you've driven a lot of cars. A lot of cars over the years.
Yeah.
What do you reckon is the best? Like, what is the best chassis you've ever driven?
Well, if you Well, obviously the V8 supercar, like I've done 2-minute 18s around Bathurst, right? At Bathurst.
18.
Yeah, and I've done, I think, 136s at Orange, and that's a slow car compared to the others. But of the time, when I was doing 18s at Bathurst, Scaife and that were doing like 14s or 15s, you know what I mean? But put it this way, like Alan Moffat in his GT Falcon, they were doing 3 minutes something. You know?
Yeah.
Wow.
But so as far as like setup and my car never had adjustable shocks, and I never had nothing flash on it. I didn't have adjustable sway bars or anything like that. You know,
Right.
I was sort of run what you brung. It was very agricultural. I used to change things on it, and you wouldn't even feel a difference. The only time I felt a difference was when I had an old-fashioned thing on the back, and you could move the roll centre by half an inch at a time, and you'd feel that. That was about the only thing I felt that made it feel different. You know what I mean? It didn't matter what else I'd done; it just felt the same. But when you talk about what's the best, and the best cars that I've raced and where I enjoyed myself the most, I've got to honestly say to you, it was HQ Oldens.
Yeah?
HQs.
The best bunch of blokes. You know, I miss it, but like I had 4 HQs. I used to rent them out, and blokes used to buy them and borrow them and all this shit, you know. And I sold the best one I had, which was the one I broke the lap record at Oran Park.
Yeah.
I sold that for $4.5 grand. The next one I sold for $3.5. Another one I sold for $1,800, and another one I sold to a bloke for $1,500. And that had just come off the track from the 6-hour Eastern Creek. And they all were race cars with logbooks all going. Now, an empty body shell, they paid 20 grand for it.
Yeah.
An engine, we'll build you an engine. I used to build engines for blokes for $2.5, $3 grand. And they were quick engines. And now you get some bloke builds you an engine, and they've got a few little tricks they do.
Oh, of course.
I know what the tricks are. But
they're legal, of course.
At the end of the day, they charge $20,000 to do an engine.
Yeah.
You know, like them cars, you might buy one for 30 grand, you know. And I sold mine, the best one, for 4.5.
Oh, no.
You know?
So off the back of probably what Nate just asked you, Morky, with the supercar stuff, what do you think made the biggest difference to, say, your Seatons, your fucking HRT, your Dick Johnson to a privateer? Was it just the money, or was it sort of...
Money.
Yeah.
Pay to play.
Money. You know, I was out there for probably under 50 grand, mate.
Yeah, but you still had a pretty shit on engine too, like, and
well, everything in it was second hand.
Yeah.
I did build towards the end. I did build an engine for Bathurst without the manifold. I've still got the 2 brand new heads I bought. If anyone wants to buy some 18-degree heads, too. I've still got a new Del West valves in it and all that. It cost me 45 grand to build that engine.
Yeah.
The first engine I had when I first got it going was an ex-Perkins engine, and I got the Perkins sump. Bob Tyndall gave me the extractors. He gave me a manifold, an intake manifold. He gave me a lot of gear, a flywheel, all that with it, you know. Wow. And I paid him 10 grand for everything, you know, and he gave me diff rotors, and you'd be surprised what he gave me. Just to clear it out of Alcare, because they were cleaning out the workshop.
And they would have been moving to a different car, obviously.
Well, that's right. They went to a VT or something,
of course.
And he gave me a lot of stuff, you know. I bought a bit off of him.
Yep.
And as I said, gave me all them tyres.
You
know, thanks to John Alcon. Thanks very much, John.
Shout out, John.
But he was in charge of the workshop there.
Yeah.
And I did pay him for the major things. But I was out there for under 50K. But then later on, after the 10 years or so, I did build an engine for Bathurst because I wanted to finish it. And that was in 2000. And that engine cost me 45K. And I've still got the cylinder heads.
Right.
And the cylinder heads came from America.
Yeah.
And they were, them heads, they cost me...
Sorry, that's $45,000 in 2000.
Yeah.
Fuck, what's that worth today, Will? Can you find that out?
You know the biggest cost, one of the biggest costs, you had to get their dills, because they should have made them 6 litre.
Yeah.
You can buy a 6 litre crankshaft back then for $500. You could probably buy one today for $700. Okay, a good, nice, lightweight. Yankee
Yeah.
6 litre crank.
Yeah.
They run 6 litre NASCARs all the time.
Yeah.
So the idiots over here, they get a 5 litre Chev.
Yeah.
America don't make a 5 litre Chev.
I always wondered about that.
Yeah, you got to go to Ian Shug
Right.
in Melbourne, and back then it was 4,500 for a crankshaft.
Holy
Yeah.
moly.
Right?
That's what I
The
always
cylinder
wondered.
heads, Nathan Higgins done them for me. Higgins, and he didn't have the CNC back then. He done by hand.
What?
Yeah, and to do the heads,
Yeah, man.
I had 2 brand new heads that I got. I got one off Rob Benson. He had a brand new head he gave me. Sold me. And I bought another brand new head from America. Them heads owed me $12,000 each.
Holy shit.
There's 24.
So-
The crankshaft added up.
What was that, William?
Based, so back in 2000, roughly $45,000 in 2000 equivalates to about 90 grand.
Fuck me, damn.
Yeah, but another thing, my block, I cheated with the block.
Allegedly.
Well, no, my block, what I built, the original block I got of Bob Tyndall was the proper block, but it chucked a rod or something, right?
Right.
And what you get, what was it? Some Suburban Imports over on the beaches.
Yeah.
He used to get these Merc Cruiser motors.
Oh, the marine.
The Merc Cruiser,
Chev-based marine engines.
they were warranty motors.
Yeah.
Just the blocks, and I used to buy the blocks off him, and they were a 4-bolt.
Mm-hmm.
And when you look at them, they look identical to the V8 supercar block, but they're not. They're lighter. They're a bit lighter, but they look exactly the same. Because the V8 Super, the proper Chevy Motorsport block is heavier.
Yeah.
It's got more webbing in it and all that shit, But on the external, the Merc Cruiser V8 looks identical to it. But what I had to do, I had to drill a hole in the front, tap it out, so the oil goes in the front, because that's where they go on a V8 Supercar block.
Yeah.
Not a V8 Supercar, on a Chevy Motorsport block.
Yeah.
Some people used to plug that off, and they used to put it in the back.
Yeah.
But I had it in the front. So it looked, but them blocks, I used to buy them for $600 or something. Yeah. And that's how you got a cheap block. And I used to use Oliver rods, which aren't very strong. I built my second car. I built a second car, and it was a V8 joint, and it was a 347.
Yep.
Okay, 700 horsepower.
Holy.
And I used the 5 litre conrods, the Oliver conrods, and I've done 3 motors in a row.
Oh.
Yeah, little ends going, big ends going. And them ARP 2000 bolts, I found them useless. You got to get car bolts. You snap them. The ARP 2000 bolts, I didn't like them.
Yep.
Yeah, right.
And Larry Perkins never ever used them. He always used car bolts.
Yeah.
But a car bolt back then was $30 each or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
When you buy a set of the 2000s, probably for $40.
Yeah.
So, but I've broken them. And I do own a stretch gauge. You know what a stretch gauge is?
Oh, is that stretch on studs and bolts?
Yeah.
When you're doing up your big end bolts, you
Measuring.
put it and you measure it and you stretch it.
Yeah, right.
You know,
There you go.
yeah,
The tool-
5.5 to 6 thou. You stretch the bolt, but
Yeah,
when you've
right.
done a few, you know exactly where to put it.
Yeah.
You basically pull it to where it won't go anymore.
Yeah.
And that's 7 thou or 6 thou.
Wow.
Yeah, when you do enough of it, but I checked it all with the stretch. The good thing about the stretch thing, the car bolts are all exactly the same size.
Yeah.
The ARP bolts, they're all different friggin' lengths. Because what you want to do,
Right.
if they're all identical, you write it all down when you put the motor together. What you do is when you pull the engine apart, you measure the bolts to make sure they haven't stretched.
Yeah.
That's why it's called, in other words, when you undo them, you want them to go back to standard.
Yeah.
If they don't go back to standard, that means they've stretched. Throw it away. Okay, but with the ARP bolts, it's very, very difficult to measure them because they're not all the same size.
Yeah.
It's a pain in the freckle.
Yeah.
That is.
I used to write on the bloody piece of paper which one they came out of and which one went in here, and fuck, drive you mad.
Now, another little bit of a thing I've got to ask you here, Morky. Now, Tim, our lovely co-host here, he's known for thinking Holden Cruisers are a great car and they do wonderful things. Now, word on the street is you had a turbo diesel.
I've got it.
You still got it?
Yeah.
No way.
All you boys can come over and help me. I want to weld the diff up. You know what you got to do to pull the gearbox out of that stupid thing?
No.
You got to pull the whole front end out of it. You got to pull all the cross member, everything out.
We'll
Yeah.
have to go get Big Red out for that.
Yeah, I want to.
Big Red. That's another
Yeah,
story.
I got Jez. You know, Jez Turbo. He does diesels.
Yeah.
That's his name, Jez. I think. Jeremy. I think.
Oh, is that DVS
I know his
Jez?
parents really well. He's
That's wild.
his mother and father lived. Well, they were living just up the street from me.
Yeah, right.
They've just moved to the old over in where is it? Oh, there's an old school, and he bought the house there. Now they're going to move there. They haven't moved yet. They're still selling the one in my street. Yeah, Lisa, that's his mother. But and Ian's his father. That's Jez Turbo. He does Dino,
DVS Jez, yeah.
Yeah, DVS. He's a terrific young bloke.
Tumor 180, 100%.
I'll tell you what he done with me. He's got one of those stinking rotten Teslas or whatever it is, you know, the fast one.
Yeah.
And they put it in ludicrous mode. That's what I call it, ludicrous mode. Okay, you got road and ludicrous. Yeah. And he says, I'll take you for a drive in it, Mork. He says, I wanted to have a drive, but he wouldn't let me drive it. And we go around in this, when he was down the coast, we go over and we get in this back street like a factory joint. And he says, I'll put your head against the headrest. I said, what for? I don't want to hurt your neck. So I sit in it. He puts it in ludicrous mode. I have never in my life sat in a car, and I've been in a Datsun 120Y sleeper that got banned from running to Eastern Creeks. Had done nines. Okay, this thing had a bloody Sylvia motor in it. It had a black vinyl roof on it, and it was chamois. And it had just ordinary Ford wheels on it. You couldn't even pick them.
Bloody hell.
And this young bloke, what's his name? He's got a dyno. It was a mate of his. He's come for a drive in this. At the time, I had the V8 supercar. I knew a bit about power. Yeah. I get in this stupid-looking Datsun 121. I drove that road. It doesn't go too bad. It had a big knob on the dash. And he's gone...
Up the boost.
He said, give it a hit now. Fuck me. It had no brakes, a handle, and by Christ, mate, didn't it go? That thing, as I said, he got banned from driving. He didn't have a parachute on it. Yeah. And if you go to Eastern Creek and you do under 10, you had to have, that was not at the Dragway, that was at the time it was Eastern Creek Motorsport Park. Yeah. And if you've done under 10, you had to have a parachute. And that thing, mate, I would have been doing 10s in it, I'm telling you. That's amazing. But that other thing what was I talking about?
Talk about the cruise.
The cruise. I got Jez to do a dyno tune on it.
Yeah.
But it does 2-minute 4 around Eastern Creek, you know.
Take my car, Morky. You can have mine for a little bit.
What's that?
The little Sportivo. I'd love for you to take that off.
Why don't you? Do you ever go to the Humani at the night shift?
The night shift. Oh, that is down at Eastern Creek.
Eastern Creek. They start at 6 o'clock to 10 o'clock at night.
I was going to say it's twilight racing.
And you go on the Bravum. It's like regularity.
Circuit. Yeah.
And you go on the Bravum circuit. You can take a road registered car with a driver's license. Yeah. And if you're an ARDC member, you get 2 a year for half price, and it's about $180 or $160.
Yeah, right.
I go there all the time. I use up my 2 every year.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, when you go, man, give us a yell. We'd love to come down with you.
Yeah,
go for a drive.
Film it.
Take some footage. Yeah,
get a video. Yeah, it'd be sick, dude.
I go down there and just do the the Humani, they call it.
Yeah.
But that cruise, it stops. It handles lovely.
Yeah.
It's a real easy car to drive. I've got to try to get rid of it. It owes me about 10 grand. But, the car, it's got all coilovers.
Yep.
All right? 6 17-inch brand new wheels.
Yeah. Yep.
4 18-inch wheels.
Yep.
A race seat.
Yeah.
A $250 electronic battery cutout.
Yep.
A $200 rain light.
Yeah.
Right? What else has it got? Oh, and a $5,000 CAMS approved cage.
Oh, it's got a cage.
Is it full cage?
5,000.
Yeah, right.
Okay. do the sums.
Yeah.
It's a cheap race car.
Very
and
cheap,
that
bro.
can run in production. It can run in the 6 hour, but you'd have to try to make it go quicker. Because
Yeah.
you probably wouldn't get to run.
Is
It's
there
too slow.
reliability there, though?
Hey?
Is there reliability there in it, you
Yep.
reckon?
Yeah.
The only trouble I've had with it is I put a bigger intercooler on it.
Yeah.
Simply because the intercooler that was on it, they had plastic ends on it, and they were shot.
I was about to say, they crack or they pop.
They pop off.
Yep.
And doesn't it blow some black smoke then? So I bought a 600 by 300 or something.
76 generic cooler, yeah.
And what do you reckon I paid for it?
Couple $100.
$125.
eBay?
eBay,
so good.
Yeah.
brand new.
So
120. But I think it's a bit bigger, and I reckon it gives it a bit more lag.
Yeah, it would, because you're filling up a.
You've got to
bigger
fill that
space,
up.
yeah.
I think it's got a bit more lag because of it.
Yeah.
And
Man, how do you find that cooler? Because I know a bloke who bought what sounds like the same cooler. It was 120 odd bucks, and he put it on a TD Patrol, like a big turbo diesel Patrol, and the bloke running the dyno was saying, "Mate, where's this cooler from?" He's like, "Oh fuck, why?" Because he didn't want to say it. He's a bit embarrassed. He's like, "Fuck, man, I've never seen an intercooler flow as much fucking air as it, and God, it keeps it cool." And he's like, "Well, as you say, it was 120 bucks off eBay, actually."
yeah, $125. Yeah,
Goes to show.
Hey, they make it in China. They put it on a truck from the factory. They take it to the port, or they take it somewhere, load it into a container,
Yeah.
put it on a ship, sail it over here, take the container off, goes to a warehouse somewhere, unload the warehouse, send it out to all these different places where they've got to go to with no. It was free delivery.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, how the freaking hell do they do it for
Yeah,
$120?
that's
doesn't make
crazy. yeah.
sense.
Or you buy a little compressor
Yep.
for $69. It's got a piston, a conrod, a crankshaft, an electric motor, a cylinder
Madness.
head, a barrel, a tank. $69.
Doesn't make sense,
Thanks,
does it?
yeah.
And everyone says, "Oh, they don't pay any wage. I don't give a stuff." Like, the wages have got nothing to do with it.
It's done. It's
It's
here. Who
cheap.
cares?
But for the componentry,
Yeah.
they had to make the cylinder head, they had
Yeah.
to make the barrel,
Yeah.
they had to bore it.
Well, the oil
they had
ain't
to hone
free
it,
either. Like,
they had to put a piston, conrod,
Yeah.
gudgeon,
Pressure vessel.
crankshaft, pressure gauge, tank.
Yeah.
$69, brand new.
Sold.
That's why I bought two of them. I've still got them, and they still
They
work.
still work. Yeah.
it's madness. Oh, some of those things. It's like all that King's gear, like all that four-wheel drive gear. You get there and you look. Don't get me wrong. There's obviously differences in things, but like those Bush Ranger fridges, I look at it and I go, $3.5 grand for a fridge. I can go and buy one for $500 from King's. Why would I spend $3.5 grand on
Yeah.
it? I can replace it 6 times.
That's it. If they do fail, we just go buy another one. It doesn't matter.
Literally, like,
Yeah.
but you know what? You don't even bother with it because they've got a 5-year warranty on it
That's
now.
it, man.
It doesn't make sense.
Crazy.
It's like unbeatable.
It really is. Like, what's
And
the
that's
point?
what's wrong with the world.
Yeah.
That's why Australia's in so much trouble.
Yeah, man.
We're in a lot
We
of
got,
shit.
We used to make everything
You know,
here.
like you got these morons like the Greens and the unions. Now the Greens and the unions
No, they're morons.
stopped the drilling. They stopped the bloody refineries. Can you imagine what a strong position Australia would be in right
made
now
it.
If we had
if we were still if we had oil coming out of Bass Strait and we had oil and gas in supply when nobody can get it out of the Hormuz Strait.
Rolling.
Imagine a strong position Australia would be in.
Yeah.
So when China, I won't see it, but your kids will see it, or your grandkids will see it.
Hope they don't.
Get them to learn how to speak freaking Chinese.
No, man.
Oh, yeah.
I had this
I'm telling you
conversation.
now, when China runs out of natural resources,
Oh, they're here.
they'll say, them idiots down there, they'll
Yeah,
take this
they're
joint
here.
over. And
Yeah.
they'll
They
get
already
it.
own half the joint.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
They're on
JB
their
Elton
way.
Peterson sold them all bloody Queensland.
Yeah.
All the big cattle stations, the Darwin Port,
Yeah.
all run by Chinese.
Newport.
Newport.
Newcastle's gone.
We're idiots. Well, we're not. The people who
People
run
in
the
charge.
joint are.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's right.
They're brain dead wankers, mate.
I reckon we need
You know,
to
in
do
1974, or was it 74? Yeah, 70 something. 74, 75, I was working for British and Continental Cars. I was their delivery manager. 74 model Volvos. They bought out the square one, but 73. When Gough Whitlam got in, the Labor idiot, the bloke should be shot for treason. They say he's a hero. He should be lined up with bloody Keaton and just shoot him. They don't. They say they're great people. Like, Paul Keating was the best treasure that Japan and China ever had. You know, like, he's just so good to them. But at the end of the day, you know, these blokes, they just bloody, I mean, brain's going again. Where was I?
Oh, no, you're right. You're all good.
No, I just forgot what I was talking about.
We're talking politics, Paul Keating and
Paul
that.
Keating.
Paul Keating and all them. Oh, that's right. When Gough Whitlam came in, he dropped all the tariffs.
Yeah.
I hired a bloke who was a design draftsman, Mick Morris was his name, from Phillips.
Yeah, right.
You know what a Valiant is, a Valiant car.
Yeah.
You know, on the S series and the VCs and all that.
Yeah.
If you look up underneath the dash, they've got no room to put a radio, and they have a box on the floor.
Yeah.
You know the cabling that goes down to the box? They got the dial is up the top. It's about that fat because there's no room between the firewall and the dash. So it's got this little thing up there, right? That fat, and it's got the knobs here. And the cables go down to the box,
That's right.
which is the radio.
Yeah.
Mick Morris designed it.
Yeah,
He's a
right.
design draftsman.
Yeah,
That's
right.
one thing that he told me he designed. And they all had the shits because when Phillips used to make refrigerators, TVs.
And everything.
Everything. They were making it all here in Australia.
Yeah.
When they dropped all the tariffs, every design draftsman at Phillips got the sack. They put them all off.
Really?
And I hired him as a radio fitter. He used to fit radios for me.
Oh, that's what I do now as a job.
Do you?
Yeah, I love
We
it.
used to fit Blaupunk radios.
Oh, the blue dot.
Yeah, Blaupunk and Clarion. I used to buy the Clarions in bulk.
stuff. They've just stopped that now. They've just, a lot of,
And
TDJ stopped
AWA,
importing them.
RU-130s or something they were called.
AWAs. Yeah.
AWAs. It depended on what they wanted to pay, and we used to fit them into the Volvos.
Yeah,
And
right.
Bob Morris isn't my best friend. You know, Bob Morris air conditioning.
Yeah.
Because when I was with British and Continental Cars, I said, we're paying too much to get the air conditioning. We can get Volvo air conditioning.
Yep.
So I hired a bloke, an air conditioning fitter, and started fitting our
doing
own air
that.
conditioning.
Bloody hell.
Bob Morris used to get them all.
Oh, wow.
He used to fit them all.
There you go.
So Bob wouldn't have been how happy with me.
No, God, no. It goes full circle there, doesn't it?
Yeah. But
That's mad.
that's what happened. And that Mick Morris ended up with my job when I left there.
Yeah, right.
He ended up getting, they put me down to the workshop. I had about 4 or 5 apprentices that I used to look after. And we used to put more work out in the apprentices' corner than the whole workshop.
Oh, hey, Bulldog, Will,
Yep.
do you reckon it's time we jump into some dial-ins?
Oh, I suppose.
What's diludes?
So,
Call-in line every week.
oh, hold up. Your microphone's off there, I think, there, right?
Yeah, I didn't hear.
Yeah.
Thank you, Bulldog. So we get a call-in list every week, and if you want to hit the call-in line, leave us a little message.
All
People
right.
feel free to. So we let everyone know that you're coming on this week.
All right.
So if they wanted to say hello to Mark Scape's best mate, they can dial in and say good day.
Scapey might ring up himself, actually.
You reckon Mark's Scape's first mate?
Do you get many listeners?
Oh, it ranges. It's a big vary, to be honest. It goes.
How many?
Well, it goes from a few hundred, few thousand. It jumps up and down. There's no real. What's the word I'm looking for? No real.
Rhyme no reason.
Yeah, it's. I mean, if we get Will had a little stint there last week. He,
I got 6,300 followers.
there you go. You got more followers
And
than us.
1.6k following.
Yeah, beautiful.
When I put some shit up,
He's on it.
it's quite amazing. I'll
Well,
just show you.
there's been a few comments on the post from today, actually, Morky.
2,200 have looked at that one.
He's all over it.
The first one I seen. of it-
1990.
Yeah,
The
bloody
first
hell.
one-
I get 23,000.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The first one I seen of you in a while was my favourite. It was Mr. Dusty posted you up in front of your
Oh,
bed,
yeah.
Super U, and he had Purple Rain by Prince
Yeah,
playing.
Purple Rain by Prince. I haven't seen. I don't know how many hits he got with that.
I'll
Has he
find it
done
when
that?
we leave.
We were having a bit of a laugh, but there was a bloke on there today, some bloke named Darren Morky, who commented. He said, "Right, what did he say? Bloody
Darren,
hell,
yeah, Commodore Shop Darren.
yeah, Commodore Shop Darren." He
Darren Lindsay.
I know someone. Oh, Yeah, I know Darren.
Yeah, I was going to say, you know
My
Daz.
mate owns it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, he commented on the post today and said, right, bloody hell, he said,
That's Paul Morris.
he goes,
I interviewed him.
Oh, did you?
he goes, you blokes won't get a bloody word in with Morky on.
Yeah, they call me Morky Talkie. No, I got it on my jacket. I got Morky Talkie because when I uni, Dan, they got walkie talkies, so they call me Morky Talkie. But everyone calls me Morky Talkie now.
I like it.
That's the best.
Yeah, Darren's a good bloke actually.
Yeah.
And Iceman owns it. Jimmy, James Harrington. When I drove at Italia Road, when the first meeting they had
That looks
there.
so good, yeah.
Yeah, I drove James Harrington's car with him. He's got a V8 production car.
Speaking of Italia Road there, do you know a bloke called Ken Smith? He's a ambo driver.
I do know the name, yeah.
A fun story. Met him when I broke my leg in half, like last year.
Oh.
Last year?
Motorbike?
No, BMX. Bit of a dumb
BMX.
move, but I snapped my femur in half.
Yeah.
And he was the first bloke on the scene, and they gave me the whole speech about how you gotta think happy, you know. And I'm like, I've just snapped my fucking leg. I'm not thinking happy here. Like I can't. And old mate goes, what do you like? I said, I like racing cars. He goes, I race cars. And he pulled his phone out and he hit me with like a 50 hit of ketamine. He knocked me flying as he was showing me his WRX. He still races.
All right.
But I seen him pop up with that first run out at Italia Road. He had a blue WRX, a blue new shaped WRX. Pretty cool actual car.
Yeah. No, that when I had that one on my Facebook, on my faceache I call it,
Faceache.
43,000 views.
Holy shit.
Yeah, right.
It's insane. Like some stuff,
crazy.
there's some stuff super algorithm.
But then
friendly.
they got views, and they've got engagement.
Yeah.
I think an engagement is when they go through the whole thing,
And the page and
but a
stuff.
view is just going to the page,
Ticking
looking
on
at
it,
it, looking at the picture, probably reading the title, and
pissing
that's
off.
a view.
Yeah.
But I use it for anyone for sponsorship.
It's a smart move.
That's why I don't mind. I get everybody to be my friend.
Yeah.
And I take people out every now and again when they're not using their account. Yeah. But let's say if I've got a thing on here, and I put it up and it gets shared to someone else who's got a lot of views, that goes onto my views.
Yeah,
So the more it gets shared,
keeps going and going.
it gives you more. So if you ever see me stuff, share it.
Yeah.
Oh, we will. Yeah, 100%.
I'll share your shit.
100%. All right. Well, we'll crack into these dial-ins. So some of these are in before we done that announcement. So I think this one, well, there's a bit of a running joke going around, Morky. Tim has a tiger on his arm. He's got this lovely tiger tattoo, and it's been a bit of a piss take the whole time.
Tiger on the tank.
Yeah.
In the tank.
Taking a piss out of me, mate. They are.
But this one is called, it does say Tiger Town, Thailand is what it says, which I imagine is probably going to be you, the postman.
Posty, I'd say.
Posty.
I do like when Posty rings in. Here we go.
Yeah, fellas, Posty here. How you guys doing?
Hello, mate.
That's good. I'm doing all good also.
That's good, mate.
Thanks for asking. 4 days to go, and I'm in the Tiger Town, Thailand. Just giving you guys a call to see if you got the shirts and the stickers for me to take over.
Yep.
And also, I got to grind my gears.
Oh, grinding gears.
Whinging, bitching Karens in cars that sit behind the truck that's overtaking another truck because that truck was faster than the left-hand truck. Well, fuck me. 2 minutes out of your life's not going to fucking worry you. Shut the fuck up, sit there and wait. I fucking hate it. Anyway, that's my little fucking whinge. Have a good one, and I might... I'll talk to you guys next week in the Tiger Town, Thailand. Bye, guys.
Good luck out there, Posty. Catch you,
Good luck.
mate.
You might catch a stray.
Come back with another tat.
Please get another tiger tat. That'd be hilarious.
Tiger.
Oh, but yeah, no, he's not live. We have a recorded line, and they jump on the website, record their message, and send it through to us
Like a voicemail.
Like a voicemail.
And then you make out like you're speaking to them.
Yeah, we piss us around
Sometimes
with
they fucking make out like
yeah, they do. They do that to us. Though. They go, "Oh, how are you going?" And we go, "Oh, good." And then they go, "Yeah, don't want to hear about it." Like it happens all the time. We've got one here from Blakey. I reckon.
Oh, I know who that is. It's the Gits.
I bet that's the Gits.
You know Tim Blake?
He does.
He definitely knows.
Tim Blake?
I know the name.
Yeah, WRX.
You actually done an interview on Tim a while ago.
Oh, did you?
At Ringwood, yeah.
You poor bugger.
Yeah.
Now we call him.
I know his name.
We call.
You got any idea how many people I know?
Yeah.
I'll get
I'm
an
supposed to
impression,
know.
just a couple.
And like you can see, I'm sitting here talking to you, and I forget what I was talking about. So I can. I'm just trying to think. I can't even remember your names.
He's got a.
Yeah, and that's a real problem. You know, about remembering names, I used to have a little office and I used to sell 30, 40 cars a month. I was a cheap car king when I was at Londonderry. And in business, it's very important to remember people's names because they think you're a bloody star. If I know a bloke, and if you walked in, which one's Blake or something, right?
Yeah.
You're Blake and he does this podcast. And if I took you and introduced you to Barry Mason, he would say, "Oh, g'day, Blake. Nice to meet you. We're doing podcasts." You could walk into that Jacob's joint in 5 years' time. He'd look at you and say, "Oh, g'day, Blake. How you going? You still doing the podcast?"
Oh,
and you think that he's the best person ever. He's the biggest dudder I've ever worked with.
Brendan knows him.
So what I used to do, if someone would buy a car off you, and they'd be coming back for some reason, I'd see the car drive in, I'd go to my computer, I'd go ding, 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 put the rego number in. Oh, John.
Yeah.
I'd go downstairs and I've been caught out a few times with this. And I'd go down and they'd get out and go, "Oh, g'day, John, how you going?" They say, "Oh, no, I'm not John. That's my mate who bought the car off you. I bought it off him." You know, like, I just associated the car with John. Yeah, but it's just I looked it up. I used to get caught with that all the time, let me tell you.
And my name's Sharon, I'm his wife.
When I was selling cars, Morky, I found one that was good. You couldn't remember their name. You'd just be like, "Oh, what was your name, mate?" And they'd look at you real funny because they expect you to remember the name. They say the name, they tell you, and you go, "Oh, no, your last name, mate. I got your first name last time." And then you get it in there, and you're like, "Hey, I've got an excuse now." Yeah,
that's a good way to do that.
Fucking hell. It's like, no, I know your first name. What was your last name? I didn't catch it last time.
My mate Lester Robards, who rebuilt my car, everybody called him Bloke. Yeah. That was his nickname.
Yeah.
And it didn't matter who you were.
Bloke.
He'd say, "G'day, Bloke, how you going?" And he could not remember anybody's. He used to call me Bloke, okay? Every single person. If he came up to you, "Oh, g'day, Bloke," he'd just call you Bloke. And that's why his nickname was Bloke.
Yeah.
But the reason, I said, "What do you call everyone Bloke for?" He said, "I can't remember their name." Everybody was Bloke to Bloke. And,
Wow.
And that's true. Walk up to anyone, "Hey, Bloke, you got a minute?" You know, like... And everyone expected him to call him Bloke.
Yeah.
And everybody was Bloke. Never ever knew anyone's name.
That's sick.
This one's titled "The Gits." Mark Scaife is a bit of a grub, is what it says. Here we go.
A lot of people say that.
Hello, it's Blakey, or the Gits.
The Gits.
Got a dial in for Morky. Just a little story there from probably 5-6 years ago when the Supercars were in Newcastle. A heap of us locals got invited to bring our cars in to the paddock area and put them on display.
Yeah, I've seen
we were told strictly no starting the cars, driving the cars, running the cars. And then someone decided that it would be good to fire their V8 UTUP and limit bash it like a 17-year-old in an AU Falcon. The officials didn't like it very much at all. Threatened to throw us out, abused us. The thing that saved us was that we're in the inside the track precinct and we couldn't actually get out. So lucky on that one.
I'll let the kids get in.
How you going, Morky? Good to see you. Have a good one. Unfortunate weekend down there in Bathurst.
Yeah.
Always next year. And, by the way, that was, I think, burning power steering fluid. Smoke was coming off the laser.
Yeah, actually, I told him there was smoke coming out the back. Yeah.
He just chipped you on the end of that. He just said he thought it was
power steering
smoke
No,
coming off your
Not
your
tyre
laser,
locker.
not tyre smoke.
All right. Power steering. I thought the car that I was driving on the weekend had smoke coming out the back.
Okay.
And I told him, I said, "There's a bit of smoke coming out of that car."
Oh.
Yeah, that's what I thought he was saying. Yeah.
No, he was chipping you saying, "Buddy, you're tyre there."
Oh,
That must have been power steering leak on the manifold.
His father, like Mark Sco's father, reckons there was no smoke. You didn't lock up.
There's fucking smoke.
He reckons I deliberately ran into him.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Nah. Oh, yeah, deliberately.
I had a worse one than that. There's bloke, Henderson's his name. I can't think of his first. Peter Henderson. He drives a BMW, a black BMW it was, with a V8 motor in it. I'm out at Eastern Creek and I'm racing him. That thing went like a powers of piss in a straight line. So every time we go down the straight, he'd blow me off, and around the back of the circuit, I'd pass him again. I was in the Falcon. We'd go down the back street and he'd go blasting past me, hold me up onto the straight where I couldn't get a good run on the straight because he was really slow onto the straight. Blow me off, and I'd catch him again around the back of the circuit, pass him again. So we go on the back straight this time. He goes to pass me, I've blocked him. He went to go the other way, I blocked him. So I'd done about 2 blocks on him or 3 blocks on him, you're not supposed to, going up the back straight towards, they call it, it used to be turn 8, turn 9, but now it's turn, it used to be turn 9, now it's turn 8 or turn 15, so it's turn 16 or it's turn 9 now. That's the left-hander, and then you go onto the straight.
Yeah.
And I got a real good run onto the straight, excellent run onto the straight, and got away from him. And so I'm going down the straight, and he tried to follow me, and his car was understeering. He understeers off. He's 5 car lengths behind me at this stage. Understeers off, gets 2 wheels on the tar like the young bloke did. Yeah. That makes your car turn in, Gulf Western's Commodore, the V whatever it was. I actually ended up buying it recently and I sold it. But he turned into that and poleaxed it. $12,000 worth of damage. And he gets on the radio and says, Richard Mork was bloody blocking me and brake checked me. That's how the accident happened. So Ben Vickery comes into the pits where I'm parked in Parc Ferme, kicks the shit out of the back of my car, the rear quarter, calling me a mongrel and everything, causing the accident. What? But he hadn't seen the footage. They went up and protested me for causing the accident. And Gary Monell was the clerk. He was doing something with the TV, and they watched it on TV, and they said, "What are you talking about? Yeah. Morky's 5 car lengths in front of you. How did he cause the accident?" They laughed at him. They said, "You've got to be." Anyway, they gave me shit over that. They were all yelling and screaming at me and everything. Fuck. So when I bought the Ford, I didn't buy the Ford Ute. I rented the Ford Ute. Yeah. I went over to Gulf Western and I spoke to Ben Vickery about that day. And he reckons it was the most embarrassing day of his life. That's what he told me. I said, "Well, you owe me." I said, "Because you went on like an old chook and bloody bullshitted." I said, "I want you to sponsor the car for the year." So he gave me $4,500 a meeting. Yeah, right. I painted it red and put Gulf Western on it, and I had Aussie stop leak on the back, and I had EFI spares. Yeah, right. I was only paying $5,000 a meeting for the car, including the entry fee, everything, which was cheap. So it was like running just a race car. I had to pay for tyres, I had to pay for getting the car to the track, and I had to pay for the fuel. But it was really cheap for me to run it, and consequently, I didn't spend any money on the ute. That's amazing. Only fixed damage when it got damaged. But other than the damage, it was a cheap drive. That's sick, man. But the reason I did it was I'd never been to Darwin, I'd never been to Townsville, I'd never been to Homebush, right? I'd never been to the Clipsal. So I bought the ute to tick off the bucket list. Mm-hmm. And now I've been to Townsville, I think, 3 times, and I've only been to Darwin once. I've been to Simmons Plains once. Holy shit. I've been to Homebush twice. I've been to Newcastle twice. Yeah. So I got to do all those tracks that I'd never done. That's amazing. That's why I've got the ute. Yeah. Just so I could do the tracks. That's amazing. Yeah, spend the kids' inheritance and bloody... Fucking hell. Yeah, good. Good. And I didn't spend much of it then because I never had much. I didn't get much money until a couple of years ago when I sold the factory. Yeah. Got to enjoy it. Yeah, well, back then I didn't have money. Yeah. I still didn't have money back then when I had the ute. You've got to enjoy it, Bart. Yeah, but now when I sold the factory, that cashed me up. Yeah. Yeah. Good. And now I'm getting more cashed up because I'm selling these other places. You can't take them with you. No, that's it, right? Yeah. Well, we've got another one here from the Fridge and Fletch, which I think is Fletch is the young fella. Let's have a listen, see what he says.
Hello. I'm still alive.
Pardon me.
Hope you are all doing well.
All right, mate.
One thing that really annoys me, why couldn't they teach financial advice in high school, but yet I know how to play 3 blind mice on a recorder? Say, "This sucks, Fletch." Say, "This sucks." This sucks. Yeah, it sucks. Now,
what else we got?
That's a pretty good thing. That's a good timing, actually. We've got one from here from Baldy Locks too. Let's have a listen to this one. Good old Baldy Locks.
Hey, g'day boys. Baldy Locks here.
G'day, Grant.
Just wanted to wish all the boys that are heading down from the Hunter Valley Hill Climbers good luck this weekend down at Wollongong at Huntley.
Thank you, mate.
Hoping to get down there, but not not looking like it. But yeah, I'll be trying my best. But yeah, good luck to you fellas. Hopefully you can bring home some silverware.
Cheers,
see you
bro.
boys. Bye.
Some silverware, he reckons.
Fingers crossed, mate.
What about the goldware, mate?
I'll be happy with fucking bronzeware, mate.
You'd be happy with bronzeware, you reckon?
Fucking know.
Oh, we've got one for you.
I'd be happy to keep my car straight. Touch fucking wood. Just
you said some fucking shit today
I
that
did
nearly
say
threw
some
me. I
shit.
hate
Do you do ringwood very much?
I try to. This year I'm just doing the state rounds mostly. I just want to keep my car pretty.
I use, you do this too. On Thursday, you go to Ringwood, $35.
Dad's Army,
That's what we're doing.
That's
When
what we're
Dad's
doing.
Army's down there, and it's a good hill climb. You just
fucking
go
awesome.
round and round and round and round and round.
Yep.
Yep.
I just go down there and go. I see Kevin Akers.
Yep.
I get
Kev's
Kevin,
good.
and I go down. I'm in the MG Car Club.
Yeah.
I actually came. I ran in the years ago. I ran in the. I joined the MG Car Club, and I ran in the. What do they call it? The 6 hour.
Yeah, right.
Now, I've done probably 26 hours.
Yeah.
That's yeah.
Bloody hell.
You know, when the Roker was running it.
Yeah, right. That's
And you know what? I'd done it 3 years in a row with the MG Car Club in a Tirana. And the year I didn't do it, they fucking won it. I went to Winton to do it. There was one at Winton. And I had my Tirana and I'd done the practice. They had a few practice sessions. And we were doing it was a 6 hour and we were doing it in big stints. So I had to do, I think it was an hour and a half or something. I was the last one to go on.
Yeah.
Keith Croft, who's dead now. But Crofty, he had some, we used to put Centura axles in them. The left-hand axle out of a Centura is what you put in a Tirana, a big fat axle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You get the left-hand ones, and they're the right length. But you had to modify the, you had to broach out the bloody diff, you know, the centre,
yeah.
the solid centre thing. I used to have a spool in there, right? And he rings me up when I'm about to go down to Winton. He said, I was on to him. When are you going to get it? When are you going to get it? When are you going to get it? He says, I've got him. I said, fuck, I'm leaving tomorrow. I said, I'll pick him up when I come back. So you know what happened when I went out as the last person to run out, don't you?
You snapped it.
Broke a fucking axle.
That's always what happens.
Had to drive around on one axle and never had a spare axle. I didn't have time to change it anyway.
No.
And didn't get to do it. But I'd done the practice and that.
That's all right.
Oh, that's mad.
That was when Winton was only the small circuit too. It wasn't the big one.
Yep.
Yeah.
I used to race on Oran Park when it was only the small circuit.
God, that's all houses now, that. All
fucking
Oran
bro.
Park.
Just the housing estate, yeah.
Ruined.
Did you see the interview I done with Perich?
I haven't, no.
Yeah, one day you should look at my
The face ache or the
in
old...
face ache. I've got all my videos in there.
I'll have to have a look at that. We jumped on YouTube and had a real...
Perich, I got up him a bit about because he told me years ago that Oran Park would see me and him out. Mm-hmm. And I said to him, you told me years ago that it'll see us out. And it hasn't. And I said to him, it's all about the money. He said, it's got nothing to do with the money, which is bullshit.
Yeah, it's all about the money.
You know, he bought a property for about $3 million or something.
Holy.
Sold it to the government for $300 million. This is where the airport is going in.
Yeah, but it's not about the money.
It's not. This is, Perich.
Holy crap.
And the government never used it. And he bought it back off the government for $30 million.
Oh.
He sold it for $300 and got it back for $30. He bought it for about $2 million in the beginning.
That's a smart business
his
move.
family's he out at Luddenham and out around that area. He owned half of the bloody countryside there.
Yeah, that's
and now it's all housing. Like he's a bloody billionaire. And he reckoned he was going to build another circuit, and he never ever did.
No, there's a few of them around.
What was the last thing to happen at Oran Park and Amaroo Park? Last thing to happen at both circuits.
I couldn't even tell you.
And what year was that too?
I read
Morky?
this not long ago.
What year was that too?
97, I think. for Amaroo.
There was a weird Supercars fact there I heard not long ago.
Well, Amaroo Park, the last thing that happened at Amaroo Park was me doing a burnout in Park Ferme. And when they shut Oran Park down, I deliberately got my Falcon going, the purple Falcon, and I took it out there and I've done a big burnout. That was the last thing to happen at Oran Park. That was the last thing to happen at Amaroo. I didn't get the one at Amaroo on film. I got pictures of it on my Facebook page. You see the purple Falcon with smoke everywhere. I actually blew the back tyres out on that one.
So you had a good go.
Yeah, and
It's a solid effort.
well, I got the shits because they had a butcher's picnic thing at the end.
Yeah.
And there was this prick from the ARDC. He used to wear a Ferrari coat. I forget his name. And he Charlie DeQuino, you had to be in the top three of any of the things you went in. Now, I had two cars. I had my HQ and I had my Falcon. Now, to get in the top three of my Falcon, I was the quickest piston car by 3 bloody rotaries in front of me. So I came fourth. So the Falcon didn't qualify. And my HQ had a bit of a dud motor in it at the time. It wasn't a good engine.
Yeah.
And I think I ran fifth or something, you know. So I couldn't go in that. Charlie DeQuino and a couple of the other blokes who did qualify didn't run in the last ever race at Amaroo Park.
They didn't run in it.
No, and Brian Goulding, who was the manager of Amaroo, of ARDC at the time, he said, yes, you can run. The steward said I could run, but this one bloke, he was the clerk of course or something, said there's more deserving people than you, and he wouldn't let me run. And you know what? That last race was held with spaces on the last race. Cars missing off the grid. And he wouldn't let me run. So I got the shits. And now I came up, and that's when I done the big burnout in Park Ferme.
Good.
Yeah, and that was the last. That was after it all closed and everything. And I wanted to do it on the track.
Yeah. No.
On the last race. And if you ever watch the last race at Amaroo Park, it's a good race.
Yeah.
You can see it on YouTube. Yeah. The last ever race at Amaroo Park, where you come up to go into the pits. When I'd finished me race in me Falcon, you see these two big licorice dips all the way up to the gate. That was me. But it wasn't on TV. They didn't get it on TV. But I just laid a big one, mate. When you watch the last race, if you look, when you drive up into the pits, you see these two big licorice strips.
That's sick.
All the way from I got about 3 or 4 car lengths out of Stop Go.
Yeah.
And it goes all up that straight there into the pits. Yeah. He had the shits about me doing that.
Oh, I bet he did.
Yeah.
But speaking of butchers, we've actually got a fucking message here from Auto, our resident butcher, actually. I'll jump that one in.
Auto.
Yeah, I haven't heard from him in a while.
You know what I hate?
Oh.
Just started working back in Newcastle.
Oh.
Traffic.
And the fucking people on the road, Jesus Christ. I swear to God, foreigners can't fucking drive and stuff.
Jesus Christ.
But most Australians out there should not have a fucking licence because they're all incompetent little shits, entitled little brats.
Oh, no.
Everyone in Newcastle. They all think they own the bloody road. I am absolutely fed up to the max. And I'm pretty hard to piss off. But
I'm not.
That, my friend, 25-minute trip home.
He's not wrong.
Take me an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Sorry, but that's just straight up bullshit.
We
love yous. Auto out. Peace out.
Oh, Auto out. What were you saying, Bordo?
When Dad and I rode down to Phillip Island,
we
did 3 days riding to get down there and 3 days riding to get back. We didn't have a single problem until we got back into Newcastle.
Yeah.
Oh,
the entire time.
Last time I rode down to Phillip Island on my bike, we came back on the Barry Highway.
Oh, yeah?
Have you done that?
Yep.
Across the top of the Alps.
Perfect.
It's brilliant, isn't it?
Yeah.
You've done that, have you?
Yeah, that's, I reckon, the best road for it.
That is the best scenery in Australia on a motorbike. My mates were all, I was on a GS 1200, which you can go a bit off road, it's an all-road bike. My mates were on sports bikes and didn't have the shits of me.
No.
What saved me was when they looked at when they seen the scenery.
Yeah.
That saved me. When they seen the scenery. But I'm going this year. I'll be down on my GS.
Yeah.
You going?
Not this year, unfortunately. I bought a business.
It's the last year.
I know. I'm spewing that I missed out.
We've got hut or a tent or something with beds in it or something.
Yep.
Oh, I'd be mad.
So you rent it. It's on the track.
Oh,
you'd know about them.
Yep. Yeah.
That saves you taking a tent and shit.
Fuck, that's mad.
Yeah, because if you're on the bikes, you get special parking, right up towards the gate. But we ended up renting at the start of the bus lines, one of the first towns for it. So you jump on the bus, you'd have a seat, and then take the bus in.
Yeah, right.
But
we used to rent a house on the way in. That house, the boat house, is like a boat house.
Yep.
We used to rent that.
Yeah, right.
Oh well,
what's the next one, bro?
We've got a call in from look. This one's a bit of an interesting one, Morky. We've got a fella that rings in. He's an Asian fella. His name's Lionel Wong. Let's just say that much. He's a good bloke. Let's see what Lionel's talking about this week.
Hello, everyone. It's Lionel. Oh, guess what, everyone? Another race on this weekend. Big one down to Huntley Hill Climb. I've been on Sunday. Everyone be going. I think Scotty from the Hunter Performing Art, he take the Subaru down. And Big Jason from Pajama Motorsport, he got a new car. He got Honda Accordion. Oh, that should make a lot of noise. Honda Accordion. Oh, very good, Jason. Big Jason, go hard. Oh, anyway, we got Timmy Honda get the Subaru out again, very fast. And Outhouse Jackie, he got his Corolla Sportivo, he going. And Forrest Fox, he got a loan of the hairdresser's car again, the Suzuki Swift Sport. Oh, everyone race well on the weekend.
We've got
go hard, everyone. Hoorah, racing.
We've got another one here from him. So I imagine it's part 2. I imagine. I don't know. You never know with Lionel.
Guess who back? Back again. Won't is back. Tell your friend. Won't is back. Won't is back. Hi, everyone. Hello again. Well, Lionel is back again. I missed everyone last week. Very sad. Anyway, I got a question, boys.
Hit us with
what kind of pants does a psychic wear? What kind of pants does a psychic wear?
Don't know.
Oh, he just wear a pair of normal pants. Ha ha, come on, Wong. Come on. Anyway, I walked down the street the other day. And I see this guy pulling a length of rope. He got a length of rope. He's pulling along. I say, oh, why you pull the rope? He say, oh, because it's easier than pushing it. Ha ha, come on. Anyway, everyone, have a great week. Happy Easter, everyone. Hope we got a lot of chocolate egg.
Happy Easter, Lionel.
Long just get that normal egg. Anyway. Goodbye, everyone. Lionel is out.
Thanks, Lionel.
Everyone get chocolate egg.
I think he got a normal egg. He might have got a century egg or whatever.
Oh, fuck. He's a lovely Asian bloke. He owns
Asian.
Owns a lot of property and cattle, apparently.
In Australia, yeah. That's how we met him.
Private
over
jet.
here developing.
Over here developing, you reckon?
Yeah. He was buying land off Jobioki Peterson.
Yeah, that's where you're getting it from.
Yeah. Oh, mate. There's never a dull moment when he rings in, too. It's always a bit of a fucking highlight.
You never know what you're going to get.
You don't. You really don't. We're at the back end of this potty, I think. But you got any more questions to ask across, Uncle Outback?
2 questions.
2 questions.
First of all, Morky, would you come back and have another chat with us another time?
Oh, yeah, I wouldn't mind.
Beautiful.
As long as I'm doing nothing.
Second one. We'll have to get you out at the track or come see you at the track or do an event with you. I'd love to, me personally. I do a lot of racing here.
Well, I'm going to be at Bathurst.
Oh, yeah?
Righto. Yeah, in the little Suzuki.
Righto.
You'll have to definitely let me know who the bloke is who can tune it and how much roughly would he charge. Give me a discount.
We'll sort that out.
Because I'll be paying for it with bloody... For Deborah.
We'll tell him it's inheritance money. It's got to go far.
I'll send you a message tomorrow, mate.
We'll tell him to sponsor money. Let's all sort that out, yeah. But on another note, though, once we get it all sorted out, I think it'd be sick if Morky had a run in the Mazda.
Yeah, we've got a Mazda of our own. It's a garage.
Not a rotary, is it?
No. It's a little Mazda.
Wink. Fucking I hate them.
SP20.
And you want to know something? Like, I've got so many second place trophies today. I used to get them off the line in my Tirana and I'd hold them out, mate. I used to go from side to side and but I used to run out of brakes. Remember I told you about the brakes? And then they'd get me when I ran out of brakes. Bloody pests they are. I hate them. They're unfair. Yeah, and the reason I hate them, there's a good reason for it. Remember, I might have said earlier, I work for Bob Beacon Motors.
Yeah.
And what would happen is all them was it Mazda 929 or some bloody thing? They used to have the rotary motor in them.
Yeah.
Anyway, they were a pretty classy car, but people used to sell them at the auctions because they were very, very expensive to run on fuel.
Oh,
they were like a V8, but they used to always blow smoke.
Yeah.
Because the seals would wear.
Yeah, the apex.
So
seals, yeah.
Bob Beacon, I was his head mechanic, and I had that much work to do. It wasn't funny, but he'd buy every bloody one of it because nobody wanted them 929s. I couldn't think today what the number was. Telling someone else. There are 929s he used to buy, and the R100s.
Yeah.
And what happens is, I'd see two of them come in on a semi-trailer. I'd be spewing because what did we have to do to them?
Apex seals.
No.
Used to use too much fuel, mate. I'd go to the wreckers and get a fucking 4-cylinder engine.
And swap them in.
Oh, really?
And with them, you can't just take the engine out and swap the engine. You've got to change the cross member.
Yeah.
The front cross member, everything. It's a big job.
Yeah.
So a lot of people change them back the other way now.
Yeah.
But I used to change them. And I gave all the old rotary motors to Granville. If you ever go to Granville Tech, you'll see there's a lot of rotary motors there. I gave it to them.
That's crazy.
I used to hate doing it. That's why I hated rotaries.
Yeah.
And all the boys know, I always say to them, I tried to beat that John Henderson. He's the bloke who bought
I've
the
heard
bat.
that name before, yeah.
Yeah, he used to ran Terry Lewis's Rainbow Warrior.
Yep.
And I used to run door handle to door handle. I spent 60 grand on my Falcon trying to beat him. I spent a lot of money on it, I'll tell you. There's one car I spent a lot of money on. And I was only a mechanic working in a mechanic. I had 2 car yards at the time, and I was buying and selling cars. You made a good living, but you didn't make any money.
Yeah.
Just made a living. And later on, I give all that up. I was 44, and I told I had 6 blokes working for me, and I said, I'm retiring, so they'll give me the shits. They wanted a meal room, and they wanted this. You get 1 bloke working for you, you get 1 week's worth of work out of 2. You get 3 blokes, you get 2 days work out of 3, and then when you get 4, you get 3 days out of 4. And at 3:30 they've got to pick their kids up from school and leave you to fix all the. I'm there till 10 o'clock at night fixing all their fuck ups, And so I put them all off, and I learnt that a good lesson in life, when you're working every stupid day making peanuts, you miss all your opportunities in life.
Yeah.
And when I quit, everyone said, "What are you going to do?" I said, "I don't know." And someone said, "Oh, there's some land over there for sale cheap. Why don't you go and have a look?" And in life, when you're busy, I'll look at that. You never do. You never go and look at your opportunities in life. So I started looking at my opportunities in life, and that's cheap. I'll see if I can buy that. Never had the money to pay for it. It's like gambling.
Yeah.
I just
it's a risk.
I'd get a 6-week contract, put a deposit on it, and then think, well, it's cheap at that, but I can sell it for this, and then I'd sell it straight away for more money, and get a simultaneous settlement. Because I could never pay for them.
Yeah.
But I used to gamble. That's how I gambled.
That's amazing.
I bought 16 acres at Winmalee behind the school there for 36 grand or something back in the day. And I sold it for 46, made 10 grand. I thought, gee, this is good.
Straight away.
I didn't even turn a spanner and made 10 grand.
That's amazing.
And Hilton Grujon builds a lot of places up here.
Yeah.
He doesn't sell, you might notice he doesn't sell blocks of land to anyone anymore.
No.
Because of me.
Yeah. Oh, no.
Yep. He was doing Pepita Place, which is where at the end of the expressway, the left-hand side there, Pepita.
Yep.
And they had all vacant blocks of land in there. And I was building a factory. I built the factory behind the BP, the tail shaft place.
Yep.
I built that and sold that to some bloke in Queensland.
Yep.
And anyway, when I'm building that, I go around there and I wanted to buy a block of land, put a deposit on it because they weren't registered. So I tried to buy one and got gazumped. I tried to buy another one and got gazumped. I ended up with a 3,000 square metre one in Pepita Place. And I said, you keep gazumping me, you pricks. I said, look, I'll tell you what, I'll give you $77 a square metre, and that includes GST. So I bought this 3,000 square metres for $77 a square metre off Grujon's blokes, exchanged contracts. 2 or 3 days later, Algon Steel, the bloke owns that, comes and sees me. Oh, you bought that block of land, that 3,000 square metres? I need it because he owned the one next door or something. And I said, yeah, well, mate, if you want to buy it off me. It's $88 a square metre plus GST. And I sold it to him with a simultaneous settlement. Well, when Hilton Cruise Run found out, he flipped.
Lost his shit.
He went off with his salesman. That's it. We're not selling any more blocks of land. So he sells them with a factory now.
Yeah.
And that was because of me.
That's brilliant.
Yeah.
I like that.
I picked up, I think it was 80 grand or something.
Holy shit.
Bloody hell. Not bad for a couple of days' work.
But what were we saying? Oh, we're talking about the Mazda. The Mazda we've got, it's only a little SP20. Little ring ding thing.
Oh, yeah.
2002 or 2003 or something.
1300.
Well, no, 2 litre.
No, 2 litre.
Front wheel drive, 2
Spicy
litre.
one. Got the strut braces too.
It's got all the little sporty bits on it.
What do you do with it?
Just hill climb it. Yeah, hill climb it and have a bit of fun. But yeah.
We talked today actually about doing some regularity, but that's coming up later on.
I'll show you a photo.
A little bit of a sneaky idea there.
Yeah, I'll tell you a good thing. I reckon it's a good thing anyways. If there ain't too many red flags, which you always get. The Bathurst Challenge.
Yeah.
This is so today. Jack actually said to me, he goes,
$1,700
I said about doing it in my car, and he's like, "Why don't we just do it in the garage talk car?" And I was
If
like,
you break that, you break that. It is what it is.
You can take the road registered car.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's pretty much where this thing will be.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you do it on the Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah.
I've done it. I got a special jacket and everything because I've done every one.
Wow.
And I've done 10 years of it. And what I do, I go up on the Wednesday, and on the Thursday and Friday, I flag marshal.
"Yeah, so
Yeah.
I get all my free meals all
Yeah.
weekend.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And all the officials know me, obviously.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And so I wave flags for 2 days, and then I race on the Saturday and Sunday in the beautiful Holden Cruise.
In the cruise, that's the best.
That's it there.
So that's your Mazda,
Yeah.
right? Your
Yeah.
Toyota or whatever it is.
Mazda.
No, Mazda, yeah, little Mazda. But yeah, we got.
Is that a Mazda 3 thing?
323 SP20.
Yeah, they're the ones they race up there with the 2500 motor.
Oh, they got a 2 litre that one.
All right.
And then do they had a 1.8?
I'll tell you something about the stupid thing we're driving.
They
It
all
was a
bolt
23 or something. It's a 2300.
So there's the other one, which is 1.8.
Yeah, they're nice. They're painted well in that. Who painted them?
Oh, the
that's,
wheels.
That's
The cars. Or
that's
are
how
they
they
original?
come. That's how they come. Yeah.
That's original, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. That would
pretty
have cost you a few. How much was that?
There's a bit of a sneaky story behind that one. Let's just say it was under $500.
500 Australian pesos.
Yeah.
How'd you get it for that? Is it a stat?
Good deal. No, it's still got plates.
It's had one owner for years and years and years.
She just stopped driving it, and
We can acquire you good cheap cars, Mr. Mork.
That one there's. I'm actually thinking of. I've got a Mustang that I want to sell. It's a 73 model. It's got a 351 motor in it with a top-loaded gearbox. It's got a 9-inch diff.
Yep.
It's got a
all the spices.
Higgins up in Queensland put a cage in it for $5,000. I put a set of brakes on it. Like there's six spots off of a ute. Cost me $1,000 for the dog bones.
Yeah.
They were specially manufactured for it.
Yeah.
I got Bobby Payne.
Mm-hmm.
He's a really good machinist. He's next to Motto Lane. He's in there.
Oh, yeah.
Next to the mechanic
yeah,
bloke.
yeah.
Mate, he'll make anything, that bloke, if you can talk him into it, because he's always flat out busy.
You know them, Will.
But that, Bob Payne's very clever. But he made them. It cost me $1,000.
Yeah.
And what else have I done? I've got a set of 18-inch wheels on it. It owes me $25,000. It probably owes me $30,000.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've got to get $25,000 for it. It's left-hand drive. You can't register it. It's a
Race
came from America. It's a race car.
Yeah.
It's got perspex windows in the back, and it's got the full cage in it, and it's got the race seat.
Might have to come see you to do a build episode.
You know Hercules Motors?
No.
Yeah.
Well, they're Lebs.
I was about to say,
and
they're
they build
Sydney-based,
engines.
aren't they?
Yeah.
They're over at the beaches.
Yeah.
My mate reckons he paid them $18,000 to build the motor.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
And as I said, it's got a 9-inch diff. What's a top-loaded gearbox worth today?
Bomb now.
I was about to say, I couldn't even tell you these days.
And it's got 18-inch wheels. It's got the 6-spot brakes. It needs work.
Yeah.
If you know anyone who's interested, on $25,000 and get it out of there.
You heard it here first on Garage Talk.
No?
You heard it here first on Garage Talk.
There you go. Well,
Yeah, I've got to get rid of it.
come over and do a bit of an
As I
episode
said,
or
I
something.
reckon it owes me 30.
Yeah.
But what the idea was, remember you told me about why did I get a ute?
Yeah.
Before he talked me, we were going to get TA2 cars. And I've never really driven a left-hand drive car.
That'd be odd too.
So I bought this Falcon.
Yeah.
Not Falcon. It's like a Falcon, but it's the 73 Mustang.
Yeah.
Fastback. I bought that so I could get experience driving a left-hand drive car. I was going to take it to regularity and that so I could get used to the left-hand drive.
Yeah,
That's why I bought it.
Yeah.
But then I ended up buying a ute instead. So then it just got put on hold. It's got a brand new petrol tank in it. It's got all Petter's brand new shock absorbers in it. All the springs are new. Right. It's a club type thing.
Club type car. Yeah, well,
But,
we'll have to pop out. Come out and do a bit of a video on it for you.
sure.
Yeah.
See if we can maneuver it on.
Yeah, I've got to get rid of it because what I want to do, I want to get. I was thinking of getting one of those little Audis, the pocket rocket thing,
Little TT, little Audi
400
TT.
kilowatts or something. They're
RS3,
the turbocharged
RS3.
Yeah, and they're like a little pocket rocket.
They're sick.
I think they're 60 grand new.
You should see the new Cupras. The new Cupra they're bringing out, which is pretty much a Spanish version of a bloody A3 Audi or S3 Audi. Similar sort, or pretty much the same engine. They miss out by 2 kilowatts. I can't remember what the power figures are, but they're about $30,000 cheaper.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
Yeah, right. Mini.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna have to wrap it up. We're at the 2.5 hour mark. I didn't realise it was that long. But it has been an absolute fucking pleasure having you on the show, Morky.
That's all right.
It's been awesome.
It's been a pleasure meeting you boys. I'll have to get you to put all your phone numbers in my phone.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, 100%.
Just what I'll do so I can ring you and annoy you or something.
No, feel free.
Bro, ring whenever.
Well, on that note, ladies, gentlemen, and everybody in between, we will see you next Tuesday.
Thanks for tuning in.
Cheers.
Shout out to you, Morky. Thanks for coming in, bro.
Thank you so much, Morky.
It's been a pleasure.
Thanks
Cheers.
again.
I hope I didn't bore you too much.
No, you
we
fucking
want you to
nailed it.
come back, bro.
Definitely.
You're a glutton for punishment.